Hello, hello. It's me, it's Ash, and today we are playing a cute little game. It's gonna take more than one stream, but that should be fine. It looks to be fun. It's called Lil Guardsman. It has been suggested by Resident Drake, which he is a regular here. Thank you for the sub, by the way, Drake. I meant to say something yesterday. I thought I did, but apparently I didn't, so I'm sorry for the slight. 18 months, that is awesome, by the way. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, let's see. We'll wait a couple minutes here. So, I hope everybody is having a good day. It is a beautiful Monday. I've already been outside a couple times. I am looking forward to this. Thank you again to Resident Drake for suggesting this. Yeah, and thank you for the sub. Just in case you didn't hear me thank you before. Now that I know people can now see it, let's go! Plot A. New game.
And so it came to pass that the day was to be saved by the most unlikeliest of heroes, a small child unwillingly thrust into the workforce. One disaster after another had been diverted due to her diligent and cunning decision-making. With the kingdom on the verge of knowing everlasting peace and prosperity, our hero could finally rest their weary head, but only after one more critical decision was to be made. A decision of great weight.
I already own it.
Of immense importance. A decision that could possibly kill hundreds, even thousands of people. Oh my God, you've made the wrong choice. You didn't think things through. You've doomed us all. Everything's on fire now. We're all covered in fire. How could you have done this to us?
Lil!
Yeah, I've owned it for quite some time. It's actually really cool, but I like the old map better.
What? Oh, Dad, I must have been having a nightmare.
It's over now, sweetie. But since you're awake, I think it's time you and I had the talk.
Uh-oh.
Out of one nightmare and into another.
Sweetie, there comes a time in every young person's life.
What? Dad, you don't have to do this.
When they have to work their dad's shift at the guard shed while he places a bet on the goblin ball match down at the pub.
Aw, Dad, do I have to? Today was the day I was going to start off on a grand adventure with my friends. I want to sail the open sea. I want to fight ogres. I want to throw rocks at things.
You think I didn't want to throw rocks at things when I was your age? But I had a duty. I had a responsibility. I had to work at the guard shed while my dad placed a bet at the goblin ball match down at the pub.
Did he ever win anything?
Do you think we'd be stuck here if he did?
But I'm 12. Won't we get in trouble?
Not if we don't get caught. Come on, I'll show you how to handle anything that comes up.
Bum, bum, bum.
Okie dokie. Ready for me to very quickly show you how everything works?
Oh, good. Everyone loves a tutorial.
No time for a full rundown, so I'll sum it up like this. The key thing to remember when being a castle guardsman is...
Dad, someone's coming. What do we do?
Okay. Guess the best way to learn is by doing. Let's just hope there's someone completely plain and boring.
Never works that way.
Ah, good morning, Mrs. Abernathy. How's your day today?
Plain and boring, as always.
Bingo. Would you mind if Lil looks after you?
Oh, not at all. It's always a pleasure to see your daughter, Shamish.
It's Hamish.
What is?
Never mind. Now, Lil, when a visitor approaches the guard shed, they'll generally start by stating their business.
I'd like to state my business. I bring a basket of baked goods to my son and his family once a week. Oh, would you like one?
Lil puts it in her inventory.
After they state their business, it's pretty much your call what to do next. You can select them and interrogate them. There's tools, the phone there on the wall. You only get 3 action points. You get it, right?
Not really. What do we need tools for?
You can pick one and it does something. Come on, Lil. I've really got to speed this along. The Goblin Ball game is about to start.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm inconveniencing you?
Oh, no, not at all, dear. I don't mind helping out.
But the princess is whirly-gigging the ceremonial first slingshot.
She is? Sweet jumping jitters, we gotta get to that game. Let's wrap this up, dear. Seamus, tell the girl what to do.
The name is Hamish.
No, it's Mrs. Abernathy.
Select any highlighted element. Like chaos with a phoenix. I don't know. This is a blind playthrough. I have no idea.
Didn't we cover this? That's your inventory bag where you keep the things people give you, or that you confiscate from them. In other words, your sweet, sweet loot. Looking in your bag for something to use doesn't cost you an action point. I already told you, selecting the person means you interrogate them and hear more of their story. It's the best way to find out someone's true intentions. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes using a tool will do the job better, or the phone, or it's a combination of things. I don't know, you can spend all 3 action points just interrogating them for all I care. Feeling stuck? This phone is for calling the royal advisors and asking for their help, but all they'll really give you is their opinion. You can get a hold of Lieutenant Stryker, Captain of the Guards, and technically our boss.
Hello, who's there?
Or First Councilwoman Ash, the head bureaucrat of the Sprawl, with a real mind for politics.
This is Councilwoman Ash. Hello? Hello, is somebody there?
And finally, the Royal Jester Malcolm, chaos personified in human form.
Hello, you've reached Malcolm. Please leave a message after the goose honk. Hey, where'd the goose go? Well, chase after it, for goodness sake!
Each call costs an action point. Our tools. If you want to use a tool, you have to make sure it has a crystal to charge it. Here, I'll show you. I'll add today's crystals to the tools that don't have any. That way I have a well-rounded arsenal.
Why do the other tools already have crystals in them?
I carried them over from previous days. Any other questions?
Why does a bullwhip need to be powered by crystals?
No more questions.
Yes, keep your mouth shut. Whip the old lady. The royal first thing when you start your shift is to take a look. If the Castle Guard Corps can achieve a good star rating this month, there will be a pizza party at the barracks. Note, strict one slice limit per guardsman. From the desk of Councilwoman Ash, there will be a demonstration in the city square this evening held by the members of the Mage Guild. If any of the speakers come through your gate, please call my office to initiate their escort and secondary screening. Congratulations to Guardsman Randy on 35 years at his post. After a 6-month undercover operation at the Sprawl Cavern for the Elderly, a group of sweet Grammies and Grampies were discovered to be trafficking illegal drugs into and out of the city. While not every old person is to be treated as a drug mule, please be vigilant when dealing with somebody's grandparent, Striker. Depressed Joker seeks person with funny name. If you call and pike my interest, there's a cash bonus in it for you. Although this one sucks. Only one slice? That one sucks. Got a lot of information. Cool. Doesn't cost to action.
You use the Wicked 3000 to make the big decision to let someone in, or send them packing. Now you can choose to use the Wicked 3000 at any point during a turn, but sometimes it's better to use up all 3 action points to find out everything you can, by any means necessary.
Sometimes?
Yeah, and sometimes people are in a really big hurry, like I am right now, so just pick a damn lever already.
Select and hold to make your decision. What's this one? Looks like this one means behind bars, but it's broken!
Great job, Lil. Your mother would be so proud to see you now. After my delivery, I'm off to watch the big game. Got my grandson's inheritance riding on a tip that the Stapleford Snughorns are gonna win it today.
Here's a tip. Never lend Mrs. Abernathy money to bet with.
Let's hurry along to the game. We don't want to be late, do we, Hamish?
My name is Shamish. No, wait, it's not. Oh, I better go. Time to put on your big kid pants. You can do this.
More like I'm being forced to do this.
It's only for today, I swear. Come meet me in the tavern when the shift is over. Good luck.
Good luck with your illegal gambling.
I don't need luck.
Believe me, he does.
Oh, that is definitely true. Nope, not very smart.
Okay, Lil, you got this.
You nailed that tutorial. Good job.
Charmed to make your acquaintance, young gate-minder. I am Tyronius Athanatos, son of Brielle and Darunia Athanatos. I have been summoned to deliver the keynote speech at the Festival of Magical Freedom tonight, hosted by the Mages Guild. Will you require anything further?
What's your speech about?
Oh, my dear child, it is obvious to me that you do not possess a magical bone in your body, and my speech, therefore, would only serve to confuse and frighten you.
Bum, bum, bum. I love the soundtrack! This is just absolutely amazing! I am loving this soundtrack! Bum, bum.
The only one confused is you about how frightened you are of me. Stupid. Man, I really need to work on my teasing.
Ha! I admire your bravery, but you walk a fine line between bravery and foolishness. Be warned.
No kidding. Spider is definitely gonna have to watch this VOD.
So what's this? The Festival of Magical Freedom anyway?
Tonight, hundreds, maybe thousands of like-minded mages, shamans, witches, wizards, and warlocks will gather to express our rights to use our gods-given talents without having to bend our knee to the preposterous laws of lesser beings.
Lesser beings like me?
Precisely.
No kidding.
So it's a quote-unquote festival to have the freedom to use your magic whenever and however you want?
A being like you could never understand.
I don't know. Sounds to me like you are already pretty free.
Tonight I will inspire my fellow mages to throw off the shackles of oppression forced upon them by the weak and frightened smaggle powers that be. Tonight we will demand the freedom to flex our might, freedom to control our destiny, freedom to unleash our powers. Freedom.
Huh?
I don't like him. Unfortunately, he is supposed to be here.
The House of Thanatos, and indeed the entire Mages Guild, thank you, young guardian. You will go far.
Afternoon. I am here to pick up my two kids from the no-good, stingy lowlife of a father who happens to be my lying, cheating lowlife of an ex-husband, Orlando.
Yeah, I obviously messed up.
His address is there on this incomprehensible, illegible letter my kid sent me. Believe me, I would love to have him get off his sorry butt and bring them to me for once. It was his week with them. No, I'm sorry. It was his and his new girlfriend Callie's week with them. And you want to know what the kids say about her? They say she's fun. I'm sure the letter they wrote is all about her. Can't decode it to save my life, though. My kid's writing is so lousy.
That letter was pretty much illegible.
See what I mean? Horrible, horrible penmanship.
We have something just for that, don't we? You take a closer look at Denise's letter.
I don't know how to tell you this, but there's more to this letter than meets the eye. There's a hidden message written here. It says, "Come, son, mommy, Kelly is Nightmare." Does that make sense to you?
Oh my god! My boys don't know how to spell! But also that thing about Kelly being the worst!
We are admitting her.
Thanks. Don't worry, Polyphemus Orlando Jr. Mama's coming for you.
Good luck.
Good use of the decoder ring. You didn't judge a book by its cover, and you know not to stand in the way of a mama bear and her cubs. It does seem fun. It is fun.
What in the bloody blazing blasted hell is the hold-up? Why have we stopped, Whelp?
Well, sir, the guard...
Silence! Speak when spoken to, or you'll get the whip, Whelp!
Yes, sir.
Now, you, child, let me pass. I have important business to attend to. Come on, shake a leg. BS waits for no man.
BS?
Bank of the Sprawl.
Well, that's unfortunate. What kind of business do you have at the bank today, sir?
I shan't be airing the details of my BS appointment with some nosy little brat tending the gate. Mind your business or you'll get the whip, child.
Ooh, he shouldn't threaten to whip you. Actually, that reminds Lil of her toolkit. It does, doesn't it?
I don't think you're allowed to not tell me what your business is.
Insolence.
But, sir, it's only a deposit.
One more outburst, and it will be back in the cage with you.
I'm sorry, sir. I was just slouching, only for a second. I'll make sure that none of the blood gold falls out of its case.
You nincompoop! It wasn't me using the whip. If it was, believe me, you'd feel it.
Wait a second. Did he say blood gold? Isn't that illegal?
He didn't say blood gold, he said bloody gold. It's a form of slang he must have picked up from somewhere. Isn't that right, you bloody idiot?
Yes, sir. Whatever you say, sir.
I'd like to take a closer look at those gold bars. I think I need to hold on to these.
Why, you greedy little urchin. I think I like you more than ever.
No, it's not like that.
Oh, of course. Just remember, if you make any form of profit off of those, you're as much to blame as I am. Now, since you are finished rifling through my personal belongings, you insufferable petty little monster, let me pass.
denying him entry.
It's the goblins' fault, isn't it? Nasty, deceptive creatures. What about this? Let me through the gate, but I shall leave the goblin tied up outside like the cur he is.
But sir, the gold!
Silence! All right, you rotten little girl, I'll go. But you will rue the day you crossed me.
You foiled a blood gold trafficker on your first damn day? Legend.
Good afternoon. This is Dr. Marquez Beatrix von Matterhorn calling. Who may I ask am I speaking to?
This is Lil.
Nice to meet you, Lil. I need one of you gate guards to come down to the dig site as soon as you can.
Okay, and where exactly is... She hung up.
Why, hello there. I have come to the Sprawl to participate in capitalism.
Right?
After years on the road as a traveling merchant, I'm finally ready to put down roots. And what better place than the sprawling metropolis of the Sprawl? Huh, I just got that. Garby Bunches is the name.
Garby Bunches? Funny name. But that's gotta be made up. I'm gonna have to see some documentation.
Can't fault you for doing your due diligence. Here's my vendor's license issued by the Sprawl Board of Trade.
He's right. Everything is in order.
I just can't wait to get in the mix and figure out what kind of merchant this place really needs. Since I was a boy selling lemonade, when life literally gave me lemons, I've dreamed of maximizing profits and keeping overhead low.
I've always said this place needs a nondescript vendor to shake things up a little.
See, you get it. Once I've set up shop selling, well, whatever I decide to sell, I'll be sure to give you a discount.
I look forward to buying... something.
Bum 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 ba da da da.
I was sure that I would detect something.
I sent all my belongings ahead of me, with everything I'll need to set up shop.
I don't really care about that.
I don't really care whether or not you really care.
Everything seems to be in order.
Can you smell that?
The trash barge? Yeah, it comes through on the weekends. The smell only lingers for a couple of days.
Not the reek of filth and decay. That's the reek of opportunity. See you around.
You pave the way for an eager entrepreneur to succeed at capitalism. Hurrah! No more folks. Time to close up shop. Due to your good job performance, 3.40, you were paid 20 gold for this shift. You nailed that tutorial. Good job! Oh, I could go through them. Oops! I'm supposed to go to the dig site. Ammonia, hydrogen, iodine, all pretty basic stuff. Machines like this are a relatively new discovery in the sprawl. Lil notices the words Commander Keen among the inscrutable technical jargon. This hole is so deep you can't see the bottom. They must have a really good ladder guy. You see a small cot and a pile of clothes through the gap. Dr. B must sleep here.
Oh my, were you left behind? The last group of school children departed hours ago. Feel free to wait in the lost and found box until someone comes to collect you.
No, you called me. I'm Lil. We spoke on the phone. I was covering for my dad at the South Gate.
Ah, of course, Lil, yes. Yes. But no, this is highly irregular. But then again, you'll have to do, for the sake of time. Ha! Sake of time. Do you get it?
No.
Trust me, you will.
Who are you?
Who are you again?
Dr. Marquess Beatrix von Matterhorn, head of archaeological research at the Royal Academy. But you can call me B.
Gotcha. And what's so great about this place?
Would you like the long or short version?
Short and sweet.
It's a hole in the ground where we get power crystals from.
That was short. Sweet.
What's this got to do with me?
I am a preeminent expert in the advanced properties of power crystals, and my research suggests we have barely scratched the surface of what these puppies can do.
Okay, but again, what does this have to do with me?
Lil, I have found how to harness the crystal's power to alter the very fabric of time. May I present the Chronometer 3000? And what I need to know from you is, do you know anyone who would be willing to go on what some might call an adventure?
Me!
Oh, me! I want to go on an adventure!
Wonderful. But before you go off and start pushing buttons willy-nilly, let me explain how I came across this incredible new discovery. Or more, exposition, as you might say. You see, by transmuting the crystal's more raw and ethereal properties and tethering it to a gnomish astrolabe, they can produce temporal anomalies.
I do too! I love both of their boofy hair. Nod.
We began experimenting by fashioning teeny tiny harnesses and attaching the crystals to mice and directing radio signals towards them.
Push the button!
Wait, what? Where am I? What just happened?
Phone is ringing. Pick up the phone.
Good afternoon. This is Dr. Marquess Beatrix von Matterhorn calling. Who may I ask am I speaking to?
This is Lil.
Nice to meet you, Lil. I need one of you gate guards to come down to the dig site as soon as you can.
What's going on? Don't you remember She hung up. Again.
Why, hello there. I've come to the sprawl to
Let me stop you there. Your name is Grabby Blanchers, right? You're a traveling merchant or something?
Ah, I see my reputation precedes me. Kind of. The name is Garby Bunches.
This is so weird. I swear I already dealt with this guy. I can either do the same thing as I did last time, or maybe this is a chance to try something different.
I'm sorry. Are you talking to me?
That's what I'm trying to decide, Garbs.
Regardless, here's my vendor license issued by the Sprawl Board of Trade for confirmation.
He's right. Everything is in order. I need to get this guy processed and get my butt back to the dig site.
Just keep it the same for now. Yeah, the game begins. Okay.
I swear I've done this already. I remember pulling the lever.
Can you smell that?
I think then you said something about opportunity.
You got it. See you around.
I need to get back to the dig site to figure out what just happened.
Oh my, were you left behind?
I need you to listen to me. Something very strange is going on. My name is Lil. Don't you remember me?
Oh, Lil, from the phone call earlier, of course. Yes. But no, this is highly irregular. But then again, you'll have to do.
I already told you no. Oh, wait, I actually do.
My name is Doc.
Mological research at the Royalty School for Smart People. You said I can call you Trixie. We've been through this before.
I'd prefer if you called me B.
And this is the site where power crystals were first discovered and you used them to make a time machine. Then you baited me with promises of adventure and pretty much forced me to push the big shiny button on your silly little time machine, and now I'm pretty sure I'm just traveled back through time and I'm kind of freaking out here. Any questions?
Wait, why am I asking you questions? For any of this to be possible, it would require the use of my newly crafted device. May I present the Chronometer 3000? Wait, where did it go?
Do you mean this?
My invention! How did you get that?
You gave it to me. Well, not really, but you were gonna give it to me, I think. You were in the middle of explaining.
And you were seduced by the glowing red button.
Can you blame me?
Yes, but it is a good button. I'm just proud of myself that your particles weren't immediately dispersed to the furthest reaches of space and time. That risk becomes much lower once I configure it to your individual life source, which I will do now. At any rate, I think the castle gate is a perfect place to test my prototype, and I need a willing gate guard to use the device. And allow me to track their progress to make sure only the right people are permitted entry to the sprawl. Do you have any questions?
Right people.
Individuals or groups that would improve the daily life of the inhabitants of the sprawl, rather than those who would see harm come to the community and castle.
Isn't that subjective?
Yes, well, I suppose it is, but recently the kingdom has seen a rise in rebellious factions, envious neighboring nations, not to mention the resentful mages guild since the power crystal has replaced most household magical applications. One wrong choice could trigger a domino effect that could lead to the fall of the sprawl.
So to recap, you're giving me, a 12-year-old who worked exactly one day at the castle gate, the power to rewind time? Why not just use it yourself?
I have been testing the device myself for months. In fact, I used it to repeat a month's worth of the same day and learn to play the oboe. Can I show you? Oh, well, perhaps another time. My calculations suggest that no changes I could make from my post at the Royal Academy would have nearly the impact on sprawl that you gate guards do.
Huh. I know, right? Big Button says, push me!
Academia, am I right? So I came to the conclusion that trying it out at the gate is a calculated risk worth taking.
I think I get the idea, Dr. B. I'm ready to go out in the world and use this device properly, and definitely not to win the lottery or to repeatedly watch people trip and fall over and over again.
You'd want that?
I know, Fighter absolutely would. I can promise you that. Fighter absolutely would.
I have a feeling you're not using your science experiments to their full potential.
Regardless, you'll find you can't use it whenever or wherever you want. It is now calibrated, so it will only allow you to fold space and time when you are inside the guard shed.
Ah, rats.
Furthermore, by default, the device will automatically allow you to travel back to the start of your guard shift, including your loadout. However, I've hacked it a bit so that you can jump back to a specific point in the turn. Hack is the key word, though. I have to leave now. There is more science to be done. I will summon you soon, and we will see what else you might be ready for. Thank you, Lil. The world thanks you.
No pressure.
You can do this. Just try not to break space and time.
No pressure!
I'm not kidding.
Maybe I should have mentioned I was only working the gate for one day. Oh well. It's getting pretty late. I should head home.
Your dad's over there.
Legend has it that this neon sign was made by a company that make custom neon signs. That's where they keep the good stuff. Arda will only open a bottle for people she knows will pay their tab. You remember this working when you were little. Pretty great collection of tunes. Your dad always said that if you ever save enough money, you could chip in to get her fixed. This ain't the nicest place in town, but there's always a warm fire going.
Hey, there she is, my hard-working, angel-faced sweetest of the sweetest daughter of mine.
You didn't win your gambling, did you?
No, but it wasn't my fault. The other team was just too good. But I didn't lose all my money. We still have left what I didn't bet, so...
That'll be 15 gold for the ale.
And now we don't have any left. Hey, Lil, did you take any bribes or pickpocket anyone today?
I know. I don't feel good giving him the blood gold.
I got this off an old mean type of guy. He had an assistant that he just kept walloping and walloping. I don't think he likes his work.
This is perfect! Arda, a round for everybody! I'll be right back after I call my guy. Thanks again, Lil.
Wait, you'll never believe what happened. Right at the end of my shift, I got this phone call, okay? Asking me to come down to the dig site.
Did you remember to lock up the shed?
What? Yes.
And turn off the light?
Yes, I did. Whatever, just listen.
You gotta make sure to turn off the light, Lil. They'll charge us for the overnight usage.
I remember to turn off the light. I think. Anyways, Dad, I met this professor at the dig site, and she had this time machine, and when I touched the time machine, I went back in time. Then she gave me the time machine to use when I worked the guard shed for you, but it only works at the guard shed, so that was kind of a bummer. But it's super cool, and it only works for me.
That's great, sweetie. I'm glad you liked covering for me today. But you don't have to make up stories just so you can work another shift.
Wait, no, that's not what's happening.
Anytime you want to be just like Daddy and work down at the guard shed, all you need to do is ask.
Dad, you're not fully comprehending what I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, Arda, did you hear? Lil's making up cute stories so she can be more like her old man.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I have the power to manipulate time, and I demand to be taken seriously.
Okay, I understand. I can see that you're serious. Seriously adorable. But honestly, Lil, you can cover for me anytime you like. You're probably doing a better job than me anyways.
This isn't how I expected it to go.
Speaking of that, I better call my guy and make a bet on the next game. It's getting late. You better get upstairs to bed, Missy. Good night, Lil.
Good night, Dad. Maybe someday you'll believe me. Good luck with your gambling.
I don't need luck.
Whew, I'm pooped. That's enough adventure for one day. I'm ready to hit the sack.
Good! On her way to the bar, Miss Abernathy accidentally walked into 2 more tutorials, causing her to be late to make a bet on the Goblin Gall game. Her grandson's inheritance is safe for now. He gave his keynote speech at the Festival of Magical Freedoms and inspired some in the crowd. He hopes to inspire more followers at his next public appearance, by any ways necessary. After Denise picked up her kids, she moved them to safely out of view, but not earshot, and gave Kelly a piece of her mind. Polyphemus and Orlando Jr. learned a handful of new words that day, but some they already knew. Due to your cunning confiscation and denying the old coot, Grumplekin D. Dankworth was unable to make a sizable deposit of illegal blood gold to BS. Unfortunately, it happened on the same day of an unprecedented volume of cash withdrawals. This caused the bank to run and close early. People panicked. They burned the bank to the ground. Mr. Dankworth refused to donate money to have it rebuilt. Garby Bunches found a vacant plot of land in the alley behind the Twisted Sisters Tavern and set up his Emporium of Wonders.
Good morning. You're listening to The Morning Crawl, the #1 morning show in the sprawl. I'm your host, Dodger, joined as always by my co-host, the Ham, who I will remind you is a live pig. Let's jump right in and get your morning started and muse over the news. Today in the headlines, it was just announced that the heir to the throne, Princess Desdemona, has come of age and will be taking a suitor. No, I don't think Desdemona wants a pig as a husband, the Ham. But then again, neither did my ex-wife. Hell! With multiple suitors making their way into the city, expect backups and delays across all major routes this morning. Now let's get to the music. You're listening to The Morning Crawl here in the Sprawl with Dodger and the Ham.
I liked it better when it was Dodger and the Cluck, but I guess it was too hard to keep training that chicken.
An angsty band for tweens and tweens at heart.
I think I should find my dad. Good thing I always sleep in my clothes and I'm ready to go.
That's the official crest of the sprawl in the royal family.
A note?
Dear Lil, please come down to the guard shed as soon as you can. Love, Dad.
Maybe he wants me to work a shift for him again. Or maybe he forgot to put on underwear and needs me to bring him a pair. Well, there's a 50-50 chance I'll get to use the chronometer 3000 today. Here's hoping.
And finally, the aforementioned grading pending review will be transferable to a more viable calculation. Which is, needless to say, a more economical contrivance for evaluation. Any questions?
Many questions.
Hey, Dad, I got your note. What's going on?
I have no idea.
Due to the Bank of the Sprawl being burned to the ground as a result of your actions, any guardsman who does not receive an above 2-star rating at the end of any given shift will lose their job.
But I need my job for gambling.
I'll pretend I didn't just hear that.
You and I both know my dad has a tendency to half-ass his way through life. Tell me why he needs to whole-ass it all of a sudden and strive for anything above 2 stars.
Why, I'm glad you asked. I've been authorized to award above-average job performance with cash bonuses.
You mean if we get more 4-star results, we'll make more money?
You're as quick as your father. Before I go, here are the allotted crystals to power your tools. And with that, I'm off to tell all the other gate guards about these new rules. Well, all of them except Randy. He's been terminated.
Not Randy. That guy's a riot.
Which is exactly what his poor judgment led to. Wish me luck.
Oh, jeez. Randy was just 3 payments away from paying off his new catapult.
Sounds like you need to start doing your job better.
More like you need to start doing my job better. Just like you wanted to.
No, that's not exactly what I meant. You don't just get to leave me here. Will you go bet on Goblin Ball games?
No Goblin Ball match today. I received a cryptic letter this morning saying they need me on palace duty, and they specifically referenced that you need to cover for me again. Looks like you're not the only one who wants you to work the gate today.
Again, not what I meant.
It's not all bad news. I scored these off-brand discount crystals from my bookie Fredo as a gift for being his best client. But he mentioned that they might only work some of the time. But I like those odds.
Oh, Dad, you really need to talk to somebody about your gambling.
I love you too, Lil. And with that, I'm off. Remember, 2 stars or better or we're out on our asses.
No pressure.
That's my girl.
I know, right? Alright, Malcolm, rather than repairing the dungeon which is falling apart, leading the escape of a serial arsonist, I'm having the jail cells painted instead. Give me a call when the fellow gets here. Expect the imminent arrival of 2 envoys vying for the alliance with Sprawl. That's 2 envoys, not 1. Not 3, but 2. 4 is right out. Take this opportunity for cultural exchange and learn as much as you can. Really get them talking. The Duchess of Scarborough's award, winning feline companion, Sprinkles, will be arriving in its miniature royal carriage this week. As always, treat any non-human visitor, goblin, no ogre, with extra scrutiny. Remember, if you see something, say something.
Hello, ma'am. The name is Seamus McGoblin. I've been requested to do some work in the sprawl. Just have my supplies here with me, nothing else to declare.
Ah! Yeah, I believe you'd whip everyone.
You have paint with you. Are you like an artist?
Me? An artist? No, ma'am. I have a real job. I'm a painter. I paint things like walls and doors. An artist? Oh, you're giving me a laugh.
You may laugh, but I'm sure that you're an artist at heart.
I'll have to tell Mrs. McGoblin that. She'll never believe she's been married to an artist all these years.
Well, it's about time he showed up. Send him to my office toot sweet and I'll set him to work. No more doom and gloom down here in my office. Now it'll just be doom. What's that? Yes, I insist the horse get into the water. This is water polo after all.
Lil hears a horse whinny, followed by the sound of a big splash.
Many thanks. Say, before I go, do you have a favorite color?
Green.
I like green, I guess.
Then I shall paint whatever it is I'm painting green in your honor. Thank you again.
You let him in to do his job. What do you want? A parade?
Hear ye, hear ye. I have come to announce to the princess a proposal of marriage from my lord and master, Prince Phineas Pomp, heir to the throne of Petrard.
Parade does sound nice. It really does. Why can't some people be nice to me?
Prince Phineas, son of King Phineas and Queen Buttermilk, who was daughter of King Fangil, son of Queen Amelia, daughter of King Rupert, son of Queen Talia.
Thank you. Wow, okay, I think I got it.
What was it? It's 2 envoys. Take this opportunity for cultural exchange and learn as much as you can. Really get them talking. Oh, you're trying... You just want an excuse to shame. I see how you are.
Prince Phineas himself will arrive in the sprawl after a ceremonial visit to the royal sulphur mines of Petrard. The prince will be christening the newest of our sulphuric refineries by smashing a bottle of Petrardian fizzy over the front door.
Won't that make a huge mess?
Inevitably. But it is a tradition. A sticky, dangerous tradition. An alliance between the great kingdom of Petrard and the Sprawl would benefit both sides mightily. Imagine the petrol and gunpowder our sulfur mines produce, combined with the technological advancements that your power crystals provide, would create a union that would make our two kingdoms the envy of the world.
Well, that is true. It's true, you do! You absolutely do!
I guess a wedding would bring our two kingdoms closer together.
Undoubtedly. Vows made in wedlock are never broken. Well, in royal weddings anyway. Damn you, Marjorie.
Is Marjorie your ex?
My ex-wife, yes.
Oh. Poor guy!
And now, in celebration of the beginning of this new chapter of prosperity between the kingdoms of Petrard and the Sprawl, I shall play you an original composition of my own on the Petrardian greeting bugle. If music be the food of love, then you know what to do, and a two, and a three.
Should not tease him.
You are really very bad at that.
You simply don't appreciate the nuance of the Petrardian greeting bugle.
But he does have good
Onward
points.
to announce the eventual arrival of Prince Phineas Pomp, heir to the throne of Petrard and future husband to Princess Desdemona. Incidentally, I believe there is a representative of the Marvarg Empire behind me seeking to make a similar offer for the hand of the princess. If you refuse her entry, I will give you much gold tonight. I will meet you at the tavern after your shift. Remember, do not let in the Marvarg delegate.
You admitted an admittingly annoying ambassador. Oh, sweet! You can rewind right there. That's cool. That's where you can do the rewind.
Good afternoon, child. I would like to enter this bustling metropolis with the desire to purchase a hat. I have lost my previous hat and I require a replacement.
Why come all this way to buy a hat? Surely they have hats where you're from.
They do, yes. But they do not match the standards of my previous hat. I was known well as one who adorned a hat of the highest caliber. I cannot go back.
Maybe you haven't looked hard enough?
I promise, child, I have searched high and low for the perfect hat. This sprawl is my last hope.
Hats off to him. Joe! Oh, this guy is... I don't know. I don't know that I trust him. I don't know. We'll ask him another
This
thing.
old hat of yours must have been something special.
Oh, it was. It was the most fantastic hat you had ever seen. That is how I acquired my name. Signor Capello Fantastico.
What does that mean?
Mr. Fantastic Hat.
Oh my god!
That's the worst name I've ever heard.
It doesn't make sense without the hat. The hat, she was too much. Too fantastic for one man to wear. I couldn't handle the pressure of adorning such a prestigious piece of headwear. I did not lose that fantastic hat, I threw it away. But what should have been my salvation was the greatest mistake of my life. And now, I must find a new hat of equal, if greater worth than my previous hat.
I can only imagine the weight that comes with wearing such a fantastic hat.
Heavy is the head, as they say.
Wow. I do love the humor. I absolutely do. It's gonna break my heart to stop at 7. Look at that pathetic face. How do you not admit that?
I hope you find your hat, Mr. Fantastico.
Thank you, child. The next time you see me, you will say to yourself, "Wow, has that guy got a fantastic new hat?"
I have no doubt in my mind.
Your interrogation has led to him bearing his soul to you. And you gave a man a second chance to find the headdress of his dreams.
I come with a message for Princess Desdemona of the Sprawl, from Praetor Kargan of the Marvog Empire. The Praetor bid me say directly to the princess, Egtag Maya Kora Una Guahatag. Grant me access to deliver this message personally, and I shall recite the Praetor's words to the princess with honor. Hail, Praetor Gargan! Kapla!
I did put a cap on it, absolutely.
I killed 19 other mighty adversaries for the honor of delivering this message to your princess. I have brought you the head of the mightiest of these for you to inspect, as is our custom.
I trust
oh
you.
my god! Thank you for the gift?
This is how you know I am worthy to deliver the words of the Praetor to your princess.
I see this book Klingon. Instead of Klingon?
The Praetor is attending the ballet tonight. Upon its completion, Praetor Kargan will make for the sprawl.
Oh, so the Praetor's coming here later tonight?
Not likely. In Marvog, the ballet can last days, weeks even. It continues until only one dancer survives.
Oh. Wow. I like dancing as much as the next person, but I cannot imagine dancing ballet until I collapse.
Ballet is one of the finest blood sports in the Marvog Empire, and the bodies of fallen ballerinas are stacked high in the main square, as is our custom.
Doesn't the giant pile of dead ballerinas, I don't know, kinda stink?
Ha ha! Indeed it does. This stink is a constant reminder of the danger and sacrifice made by the noble winners of the Marvog Ballet. You see, the winner is put directly into the line of succession to rule. Praetor Kargan was one of the finest ballerinas I have ever witnessed. Slaughtered dozens of other would-be ballerinas with a grace and beauty that brought a tear to my eye.
Sorry, what exactly was the message you had for Princess Desdemona again?
Praetor Kargan crafted the message personally. A warrior poet. Hail Praetor Kargan! The message is Ektag Maya Kola Una Guahatag, or in your language, It is marriage which will bring our two proud nations into a state of cooperation. That is the closest translation, even though it loses some of the beauty it has in our tongue.
You speak our language very well. Could you teach me something in Marvalgian?
It's just Marvag. Not in or rights or ease or anything like that. What would you like to learn? There are many ways to say this, but most common is Quarg, which translates to, I am watching you.
Cool.
I don't know. We were promised a bribe.
You have honor, little one, and shall always be a friend of the Marvag. And now, to fulfill my mission to speak the Praetor's words to the princess. Kapla!
Little linguist, you admitted to Margaret and you picked up some cool new phrases. I didn't take the bribe, though. I know Papa won't be happy about that. But I am trying to keep his job.
Whoa there, Lucy. Hello and salutations to you, most honorable guardian of the free peoples of the Sprawl. I am the envoy of the gallant Sir Beverly, a knight of some minor renown, which is also me. I have received a very special invitation from Her Majesty Princess Desdemona, as she turns her royal eye to finding a suitor. If there's nothing else, I will be off to my happily ever after. When word reached me that Princess Desdemona was going to be entertaining potential suitors, I knew my days of jousting and dragon slaying were behind me. I saddled up my faithful steed Lucy and rode hard across the realm. For thrice 3 days we rode, stopping only to aid those in distress and relieve ourselves. Now, we are here to exclaim our dearest devotion to the beautiful princess, the fairest flower in a whole field of fair flowers.
You really don't look like the dragon-slaying type.
Looks can be deceiving. By my eyes, you don't look like the castle guarding type.
I kind of agree. That really does not look like a horse.
I'm not. This is my dad's job. I'm filling in. You're proving my point. Can I see this invitation you received from the princess?
Hey, Zelric.
This letter looks like you made it yourself using old newspaper clippings. And it's on the back of a Monty's restaurant flyer.
Boy, you have keen eyes. All right, so maybe I wasn't invited per se. But I know the princess will be happy to see me, so I made this myself. Anyway, keep the flyer. Monty's serves incredible soup.
Knew it!
Have you ever met Princess Desdemona?
Alack a day, I have not. 'Tis but a glimpse of her I have yet beheld, but that image has drawn me here like a moth to a forest fire. And, though it is true I have never known the caress of a lover, the thought of it fills my loins to bursting. Steady on, Lucy. I was only speaking metaphorically.
TMI, dude! I don't want to hear about your loins. God, keep it in your tunic.
Duly noted.
Deny!
I understand. You are being controlled by powerful forces and simply following orders. But know this, there is no force more powerful than love. You have not seen the last of Beverly, late night custodian of the Goblin Ball Stadium. On, Lucy.
You followed to the letter and uninvited this third envoy was not legit. It is absolutely true.
Hey kid, are you Lil?
Who's asking?
Show a bit of respect. If you see her, tell her I got a mysterious letter for her.
Mysterious, you say? Fine, you've got me. Who's it from?
I'm not authorized to know.
That is mysterious. Does this mysterious letter have anything to do with the one my dad Hamish got this morning?
Your dad is Hamish? What a good guy. Did you hear about Randy, though?
Only 3 payments away on that catapult.
Yeah, it's a real shame. Anyways, just take the note. I gotta get back to work.
Looks like it's from the Jester.
See you around, kid.
Little girl stands at a gate, making choices. I can't wait. If you've got a taste of madness and wish to circumvent great sadness, come and meet me after dark. Together we make our stamp on the world. M. Dungeon 7, Room 4, Boulevard de Villiers.
Nothing weird or creepy about that. Where's that music coming from? What is happening?
Good afternoon, I've traveled from afar. A simple girl who wished upon a star. Inside this castle lies my fate. Perhaps I'll even get a date. To my old life I sing au revoir.
Yes, I remember this short.
And you are? It's Lil, and you need a good reason to be let in, but so far I'm not optimistic. Do you have any ID or anything?
I assure you that my heart is true. Must this be a whole to-do? Inside these walls my destiny awaits.
Just feels like if you weren't singing, we could move the plot along faster.
I'm just so thrilled to finally be here in the sprawl. The people, the culture, the food, the hundreds of dark alleyways that could just swallow a person up. I have to say, I'm losing patience, Lil. At first you seemed so innocent, but still, I have a hunger driving me. The people everywhere will see. My dark destiny I will fulfill.
Well, that took a dark turn. What is that?
Oh, that's just Fossy.
What's a Fossy?
Fossy is the name of my blowtorch. Friends shouldn't take things from one another. I guess we're not friends then. That makes me a little bit nervous for you, Lil.
Okay, I've had about enough of you.
Okay, Lil. Now that we're real bosom friends, I guess I can open up to you.
Can you just tell me and not sing it?
Nope.
Ah.
I guess that it's all so true. Why I ventured here to you is that I am a thief. And also I should claim that I likely bear the blame for forging checks and larceny, for smuggling drugs and piracy, for setting many fires and causing grief. So much grief.
Oh my god! Just because you're singing it doesn't make any of that remotely okay.
I see now that you aren't my friend. My time here is about to end. You haven't seen the last of me.
You're the worst.
Despite this songbird's sweet serenade, you correctly identified a homicidal maniac and managed to take away her toy. Good job! Due to your good job performance, you were paid 20 gold for this shift. Remember, 3 stars represent a good score in Lil Guardsman. 4 stars relies on a superb deduction, a perfect loadout, a bit of luck, or some combination of all 3 things. The results like this one will guide you towards a 3-star result, but the 4-star is up to you. She has a heart A-okay in my book. Ideal for prisoners that only have one arm. Every castle needs a creepy dungeon, right?
Is this the right place?
It is. I mean, enter if you dare. Oh, you dared. Hello. Welcome to my lair of chaos.
It looks like a bedroom.
It is his damn bedroom.
It can be 2 things. I'm a minimalist.
So, this is the little guardsman we've been talking about. Wait, you are, right?
Yes.
I can't imagine why I wouldn't be.
Good news, little girl. You're going to be working the gate for the foreseeable future.
What? That's not good news. Why me? I hardly have a grasp on what I'm doing, and I'm barely tall enough to see over the desk.
I see. Then you're free to go.
Keep it together, Mal. Listen, little girl, we have eyes and ears all over the city, but the gates have always been a blind spot for me.
The point is, the safety and security of the sprawl must be preserved and protected, and you might be positioned to help maintain the balance. Do you understand our meaning?
You can think of us as the real change makers here in the sprawl. Sure, there's the princess, but I think she's better suited to cutting ribbons and things like that.
Careful.
At any rate, I am Councilwoman Ash, head politician and policymaker for the sprawl.
Lieutenant Stryker, head of military and law enforcement.
And I'm Malcolm.
He's a jester of the court.
I think they got that from the hat.
Basically, we're the ones who really make things happen around here.
And I'm Malcolm.
So it would be wise for you to do as we say.
What if I refuse? You can't make me do anything I don't want to do. I'm 12 years old.
Damn it, you've got us there. But how about we leave it up to chance? Guess which hand is holding the colored ball, and we'll forget about the whole thing. But if you guess it correctly, you agree to do our bidding no matter how nefarious or unreasonable. Sound like a deal?
Do I even have a choice?
Yes. You choose which hand.
Not the brightest one, is she?
His right hand. Pick his right hand. You can't go wrong when you pick right.
Malcolm is left-handed, I think, so I'd pick his left hand.
I'm sorry, that was the wrong choice. What you should have chosen was my foot.
But you said it would be in your hand.
And what is the foot if not the hand of the leg? You lost fair and square.
But...
Oh, and don't worry about your father. We're each quite capable at finding ways to keep him busy, making sure you have to cover for him.
But...
That concludes this briefing. We suggest you go back home, rest, and wake up tomorrow prepared to go to your new, mundane job, which you will work at for the foreseeable future.
It's called being an adult.
Keep an eye out for our directives in your daily Guardsman writ. I trust you won't disappoint us.
Goodbye!
Why did you turn off the light? She obviously knows we're still here.
She wouldn't have known that if you didn't start talking.
I should have brought another drink.
They say nothing, as if they're as if they're no longer here, except they are. I just was threatened.
Boy, what a day. Hey, Arda, pour me a cold one, will ya?
Make that two, Arda. Hey, wait a minute. You're too young to be drinking cold ones. Make hers a milk, please, Art.
Can it at least be cold?
That depends. How did work go today?
Did better than a 2-star rating, I can tell you that. What were you doing again?
The bidding of the 3 royal advisors.
Do you think it's normal that the big names and faces of this city are using us for their own personal and political gain?
I know. And for once, it's not me.
After today, I don't know what's normal anymore.
There's someone waiting for you in the back alley. Garcy Blinkers, Gerby Bonbons. Anyways, it's just through that door over there.
Hey, we have extra of the daily special today. Eggs and oil and lemon. Do you and your dad want to take it?
No, we're not gonna take it.
This hat, it is not as fantastic as my previous hat. My journey, it continues.
Aha! There she is, the brilliant little half-pint running the desk. I trust you refused entry to the envoy from the Marvog Empire like we talked about? If you did, I have the gold I promised you right here.
I could lie. But he's gonna find out eventually. What, lie?
Yep, I sure did. Kick their ass back to Marvog.
Incredible bravery in the face of a brutal murderer.
Oh, you know, all in a day's work. What kind of gold are we talking about here?
I have here 20 pieces of gold. Fair is fair. Take them. They are yours, and with many thanks from Prince Phineas Pomp, heir to the throne of Petrard, son of King Phineas and Queen Buttermilk, who was daughter of King...
Just the gold, thank you.
Oh, yes. Here you are.
I did it!
Lil, you came. Welcome to Garby Bunch's Emporium of Wonder. You're my very first customer. I was actually inspired by watching you alternately help and hinder folks at the gate yesterday. And I thought, Garby, there must be an industry of enterprising individuals supporting the guards. And when I looked around, there wasn't. So I met a mage who's got a magic crystal hookup. And now I'm selling Guardsman tool power-ups.
Ooh!
If you've got the cash, I can sell you extra power crystals. Both the good kind and the cheap roll the dice and see what happens kind. As well as power-ups for all of your tools. It's pricey, but the more crystals you can load into those bad boys, the better. Finally, if you need cash, you can sell me anything you might have taken off of unsuspecting suckers. Here, take a look.
Yeah, let's take a look. Well. Look at that. Yeah, I know. That's why I was thinking about getting some actual power crystals, since I've got the gold for it. That cannot be safe. Lil could fall into the sewers if she could walk to that part of the screen. The smell coming out of that dumpster, indescribable.
That Malcolm is a madman, but at least he pays well. And with you working the guard shed, I'm pulling in 2 salaries. Your milk is on me.
Maybe one day you can cover for me here at the bar.
Yeah, no.
I don't really have anywhere to be.
Oh.
I think I've done everything I need to do, but are you sure you're ready to hit the hay?
Who are you talking to?
Quiet, you.
She's a 4th wall breaker! Seamus McGoblin did a commendable job painting the dungeon walls. Although humble, he really is quite skilled. He never let a drop hit the floor, and he did all the edges without using tape. Really high-quality work. It brought some much-needed breath of life into the room where some people wait for execution. Seamus went home with his hard-earned paycheck in one hand and bought a bouquet of flowers for his wife in the other. He put his 6 goblin children to bed, swept his wife off her feet, and took her to their room. Their 7th child, Becky McGoblin, is due sometime in the spring. The Prechardian envoy presented himself at court, which began okay, until out of sheer politeness, Princess Desdemona acknowledged his bugle. He proceeded to toot his own horn, which rapidly diminished the flavor he had just curried, and all in attendance left with a bad taste in their mouths and a ringing in their ears. That night, lying in his bed, the chambers provided for visiting dignitaries, he felt smug that he had managed to successfully slow down the competition by bribing a guardsman. He quickly thought to himself, maybe I missed my calling as a spy, but quickly rethought it as he considered the life expectancy of a Petradardian intelligence agent. Signor Capiello Fantastico entered the sprawl and began his quest for the perfect hat. He ventured to every store that sold headgear in the sprawl. Henry's hats, Linda's lids, Homer's hasperdashery, the Chapo Shack, Mind Your Millery, hats, all caps, and even Yiddle's Yarmulke yurt. But none of them had the type of hat he was searching for. But rest assured, Signor Capilletto Fantastico will not relent until the top of his head is restored to its former glory. After relaying Praetor Kargan's message to the princess, the Margov envoy walked past the National Ballet of the Sprawl's repertory company rehearsing in the park. Seeing that the ballerinas of the Sprawl were doing things completely wrong, the Marga envoy decided to join in to teach them a thing or two. Now the Sprawl's ballerinas are expert in first position and first-degree murder. Since the envoy was distracted, the Praetor never got word if the princess received their message. But don't worry, they'll show up anyway. Denied entry, the fake Sir Beverly took off his fake armor and got on his fake horse. Yes, even the horse was fake. He knew that. And went home to his real hut where he lived with his real mother and wallowed in his very real depression. Chloe encountered a guard patrol outside of the city gates and attempted to pickpocket them quietly, which she didn't do successfully on account of all the singing. In jail, it only took her 5 minutes to be sent to solitary confinement.
It's News in the Morning with me, your news anchor, Manuel Mentiroso. Breaking news. The chosen suitors for our beloved and newly available Princess Desdemona will be arriving today in the Sprawl. Be on the lookout for royal carriages, entourages, and attitudes. Breaking news. The Duchess of Scarborough's prized pet cat, Sprankles, has passed away at the age of 43. A representative from the Small Rodent and Budgie Coalition shared their condolences, then immediately scampered around without reserve. Breaking news. The Sprawl will be host to a Goblin Ball match today between our Sprawl Brawlers and the opposing Kaladar Lightning at the Goblin Ball Arena. Breaking news. That was my last piece of breaking news. Keep tuning in for all your Sprawl news updates. We now return to our regularly scheduled radio silence.
Oh, look, the unicorn!
Oh, look, another note.
Lil, I'm off running an errand for Lieutenant Stryker today. Apparently she needs me to time how long it takes to run around the entire circumference of the sprawl. Really shouldn't have had completed that hot dog eating contest last night. Do me a favor and go down to the Goblin Ball Arena and place a bet of 30 gold for me after work. There's an extra $5 just for you.
You didn't tell me which team to bet on, but my chances can't be any worse than his usually are.
Expect the arrival of Crown Prince Phineas of Petrard and Praetor Kargan of the Melita. Don't let your guard down, but do not delay them unnecessarily. Ash. Today is the Goblin Ball Goblin Cup semifinal between our beloved Sprawl Brawlers and Kaladar Lightning. The bastards. There has been a BS report, Bank of the Sprawl, regarding a number of unusual transactions involving sports betting. A reminder to the guard force. City officials are forbidden to participate in gray market sports bettings. Stryker. The guards are hearing talk of increased smuggling. Be vigilant. Watch out for anything that could have a secret compartment. Trust no one. Deploy the truth spray if necessary. Alrighty.
Yes, it is I, little one, heir to the throne of Petrard, here before you in the flesh.
Yep, that's him.
Please, no need to bow or genuflect. No need to avert your eyes, no. For though I am a crowned prince of the realm, I am a humble man, one of the people, no better even than you, tiny gatekeeper. You'll be glad to know that the opening ceremonies of our newest royal sulfur mine were a complete success. Only 4 deaths, which is far fewer than the last. No matter, we look forward in Petrard. No sense crying over spilt... well, there it is.
I'm glad things went well. Jeez, 4 dead? At an opening ceremony?
Yes, tragic. Avoidable, but still tragic. Luckily, it wasn't anyone important. A few unskilled laborers and 1 server. Could have been much, much worse.
Wow, wasn't anyone important? Everyone's important. Come on, people. Everyone's important.
I've heard tell that the barbaric warmonger Praetor Kargan is my chief rival for the hand of your fair princess. Can't even find decent competition these days. The Marvarg are a loathsome bunch of butchers, killing each other over the tiniest infractions. Bump into someone in the checkout line? Trial by combat. Accidentally sneeze on a sacred heirloom? Trial by combat. Worst vacation of my life.
I wouldn't take the Marvog lightly if I were you. They are a proud warrior race who defend their honor with their lives. Some people might find that kind of sexy.
Ha! That is nothing compared to a handsome carriage ride around the sulfur depots in the Petrardian High Court.
That sounds pungent.
Indeed it is.
Ew. You like them? I don't like either one of them, to be quite honest. So do not delay them unnecessarily. Lee.
And with that, it is off to face the princess and destiny. Before I go, can you spot me a $5? I'm afraid I left my wallet in my other pants.
Oh my god. I don't have that much money. I can't. I don't have any money.
Is it that you don't have the money, or that you don't want to lend it to me? Not terribly surprising, lower class working type. Besides, look at this dump. I'm amazed you even have enough power to keep the lights on. Never mind. I'll find someone a bit more well-heeled to help me.
You admitted the Crown Prince, but you didn't spite him $5, which is your right.
Good day. I traveled up here with the convoy what was bringing Prince Phineas to the sprawl. I'm not staying long. Just need a place for tonight before I head back to Petrard. I was hired to come along with the convoy in case anything broke down on the way, in case repairs were needed on any of the equipment or transport. The prince doesn't exactly travel light. 3 carriages of wardrobe changes alone. To be honest, I don't get to the sprawl often. Too many mages around these parts for my liking.
Nope, I getcha.
I'm sure they were glad to have you as a personal insurance policy.
I don't know if I'd go that far. If they didn't absolutely need to hire someone to make sure the prince was here bright and early, they surely would not have.
Oh yeah?
Wouldn't spend a penny on their dying aunt, the Pomp family. If I could have afforded to stay home, I would have. But they made me an offer I couldn't refuse, so to speak.
Was it a threat? A horse's head in your bed?
Nope, just a big heaping pile of money. The king and queen are desperate for the prince to secure the hand of Princess Desdemona. The future prosperity of Petrard depends on it. To be frank, the whole kingdom is flat broke. This is their only chance, to marry rich.
Oh, wow.
I guess that explains the big deal everyone's making out of this whole let's marry the princess off thing. Shouldn't she have some kind of say in the matter?
Now that is something seriously worth considering.
Thing is, I believe him because of his toolbox.
If you happen to have anything that's broken down and needs a good once-over, just set me to it. I'm capable of working more magic with these two hands than the whole bloody guild of mages, I'll tell you that for free.
As a matter of fact, the jukebox at the Twisted Sisters Tavern has been on the fritz for ages now.
Oddly enough, fixing fritzy jukeboxes is my specialty. I'll go there straight away and you'll be boogieing before you can sing a chorus of Hey Nani Nani.
I don't understand what any of that meant, but great.
Sure thing! Oh, did you?
I thank you for this respite for the evening. I'm certainly glad I don't have to head all the way back to Petrard tonight. By the way, do you know of a good inn nearby?
No better place than the Twisted Sisters Tavern. Not a classic beauty, but she'll get you where you need to go.
My kind of establishment. I'll see you there.
There are a lot of things falling apart in the sprawl, and your pleasant rapport may lead him fixing a thing or two for you.
Sprankles!
Oh yeah, we were told they were coming.
Oh, Sprankles. Weep, weep, weep.
What was he? Oh, that was yesterday. Dang nabbit.
We are returning from the funeral services for Sprankles.
Oh, no!
The service was held in the Duchy of Scarborough, but the, remains are being interred at St. Euphigenia's Pet Cemetery here in the Sprawl.
Sprankles loved visiting her friends at St. Euphigenia's.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
We do not have a pet cemetery suitable for such an entry in the Duchy of Scarborough.
What exactly is a duchy?
It is a parcel of land under the purview of a duke or duchess. Scarborough is the duchy controlled by Her Grace, the Duchess of Scarborough.
Present?
And it is a far nicer duchy than some, for instance, the Duchy of Caladar.
Oh, Caladar! What a dump!
Were all of you, friends of Sprankles, the cat?
Well, you know.
Friend is a strong word.
Acquaintance, more like. Sprankles was loved by the entire Duchy of Scarborough. All of my loyal serfs were ever so fond of her. The way she purred her delight when she was scratched, the dignity with which she covered her litter.
A thoroughbred in every sense of the word.
Hi, Birdie.
Yes, what she said.
I'm getting the sense not everyone here was as attached to Sprankles as you are.
Nonsense! Beloved by one and all.
Yeah, I couldn't get enough of Sprinkles.
Sprankles!
I don't remember Professor Layton, but this is completely... This is absolutely hysterical. Let me tell you.
Yeah, that's what I meant. The cat that's in the casket with the... nothing in it.
What's this then?
That's dust.
Of course it is. There's a corpse in there after all.
No, pixie dust. It's an illegal narcotic used by layabouts and no-goodniks. What on earth is it doing inside Sprankles?
I confess, I've been holding this inside for too long. I was approached by a weird guy who tricked me into smuggling illegal pixie dust into the sprawl for him. He was holding the ball in his foot. Who does that? I plead guilty, Your Honor, on the grounds of I did it.
I'm not a judge, you know.
Oh.
But I'll leave it to the courts to deal with this. The rest of you, pack up your dead cat and be on your way.
I didn't even do that.
All right, have fun burying your cat.
We shall.
Sprankles will be so happy at St. Euphogenias. I just know it. Thank you, my dear. Sprankles, thanks you.
It is a puzzle game, and you make decisions who enters and who doesn't. With a little bit of time travel, like if you think you could have made a better decision, you can time travel and change your decisions.
Oh, good. And that's how you X-ray your way to success.
Yes, and some chaos to boot. Yeah, similar. You did a sting! You foiled a drug smuggler... You foiled a drug smuggler bringing narcotics-grade pixie dust into the sprawl inside of the casket of a dead cat. What a weird day. Good job! See, rewind, I could redo that whole interaction.
Phew, I made it. Listen, I gotta get in there. The whole team came through a while ago and the game is about to start. We all good?
And you are...
You're kidding, right? Come on, I'm Saruna Goodfoot, the Star Troll Goblin Ball player for the Kaladar Lightning. I don't have time for games right now. I gotta get to the stadium and win us a game.
Look, this is the Goblin Ball Tri-Goblin Cup semifinal between our beloved Sprawl Brawlers and the Kaladar Lightning. Ash isn't going to be too happy, but I don't care.
Come on, the big Goblin Ball game starts in 30 minutes. My stupid personal driver had to take a detour to get here. What more do you want me to say?
Why didn't you go with the
Is it really
team?
your personal driver's fault, or is it that you have a hard time dealing with pressure?
You sound just like my psychiatrist.
Personal driver? Psychiatrist? Huh, is there anything you don't have?
I don't have time to talk to you all day.
Smartass! I could.
Can we move this along? I'm the starting thrower and the team needs me to wipe the floor with those pathetic sprawl brawlers. They're such a horrible team, I bet we could win even without my lucky second sweatband.
What lucky second sweatband?
This lucky second sweatband.
I could confiscate it. I'm sure Ash would be pleased. Should I? You know, you can use cauliflower as I know it's a vegetable, but you can use cauliflower as a crust. It's not a green veggie, so and you can use Alfredo sauce as your sauce. I'm gonna so get it from Birdie. Remind you later? We're confiscating it.
Hey, you can't take that. I needed to win the big game today.
I have to take it. It's evidence.
Evidence? What are you talking about?
Evidence that you don't need some lousy sweatband to win a game. You just need to believe in yourself.
Huh. I never thought about it like that before.
You got a sweatband belonging to the star thrower of the Kaladar Lightning, Saruna Goodfoot. This will fetch a high price with a particular type of buyer. Cauliflower, not collie. Oh, I happen to agree. Although Fighter loves to put pineapple and bacon on pizza.
Kid, you took my lucky second sweatband. I got nothing more to say to you. What's it gonna be?
Oh, excuse me.
Thanks. Now to wipe the floor with those lousy sprawl brawlers. When you hear the crowd cheering my name, you'll know it's for me.
Well, duh.
He does not suck in fighting games. Yeah, how many times do you lose to Fighter, Birdie? Now, Drake sucks at fighting games. Love you, Drake.
Greetings! I am Praetor Kargan of the Marvog Empire. I believe you met my envoy, the angry warrior with the head in the bag. She would have come by this gate to announce my arrival. I demand you let me pass immediately. Quapla.
Yeah, you almost won once. Oh my god. And she was a ballerina? Oh my god. She looks so flippin' pathetic. That is a feather duster on her head. She's got... Oh my god.
Why do you pester me with questions? I am a very important royal figure, and I must enter your city to meet your princess and marry her. Now let me be gone, child. Quack black.
Just a few more routine procedures. You understand.
Please hurry. I do not like to be kept waiting. Yes, these are my weapons that any resident of Marvog carries on them at all times.
Why do they seem so small? I thought the Marvog carried big, ornate weapons of gore and luster.
Well, I'm the Praetor. I have people who carry those for me. I carry these. They have sentimental value.
You have people... You are going in to meet the princess. Weapons should not be allowed.
Oh, okay, fine. Just take them. I have many more in my palace at home.
But they're sentimental. We're not supposed to keep them, but I wasn't gonna let her...
You're free to enter the sprawl, your praetorship. Good luck wooing the princess.
Thank you, child. But first I think I'll find your best hotel to stay in. To refresh and rejuvenate myself. Yes, I think that will be just the ticket. Quechplort.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Greetings! I am Praetor Car. She would have come by this gate to announce my arrival. I must resist the urge to. Need to focus. I am Praetor Kargan of the Marvog Empire. And not some copycat looking to get into the city and use Praetor's likeness to score free hotel rooms. Phew, I did it. Now let me through, child. Quad block. Why do you pester me with questions? I am a very important royal figure, and I must enter your city to meet your princess and marry her. Now let me be gone, child. Quack black.
Just a few more routine procedures. You understand.
She did.
Please hurry. I do not like to be kept waiting. I do not fear the dainty crack of a whip. If I was afraid of whips, I'd have never made it in the tango.
You mean ballet, right?
Of course! Don't you think I remember what form of dance almost killed me? But I am the prattler!
What on earth are you doing? Since when are you exercising independent thought? I don't care what your opinion of them is. If they're the real Praetor Kargan, then let them through at once. Is that clear?
You've made a powerful enemy today, little girl. You'll soon feel the wrath of an entire empire. Quaplort and goodbye.
You saw through the old fake Praetor routine from a mile away. Who does she think you are? Someone who can't see through the old fake Praetor routine? Psh, amateur.
Little warrior, I am weary after a long journey, and I am not used to being made to wait in a lineup. Let me pass on my way. I must rest before I meet your princess in order to win her hand and bring honor to my people.
This seems more legit. This may seem like a strange request, but would you mind saying your famous battle cry for me?
You mean Kapla?
That's the one.
I would hope that my stunning war cry is sufficient to being granted entry immediately. And thus I truly begin my quest to marry Princess Desdemona and bring a generation of prosperity to the Marvog Empire. You, little warrior, will have a footnote in history for this encounter. For victory, for Marvog, Kapla!
After the imposter, it was very clear this visiting dignitary was on the level. Exemplary job for granting them immediate entry. No one could accuse you of unnecessary delaying anyone. Right? Due to your good job performance, 3.5, you were paid 20 gold for this shift. Duchy of Scarborough. If I hadn't needed the fiver...
Hello! Thank you for coming to my booth today. I'm here taking a poll on what the new name for the stadium should be.
What's wrong with the Goblin Ball Stadium?
It's a little on the nose. The owners want a little more pizzazz in the title, and you don't get pizzazz without taking polls, or poll-zazz as I call it. Care to give your opinion?
Actually, I've really got to be...
Great. What one word would you use to describe Goblin Bowl?
I know, I love the art style. Boring.
Perfect. And the stadium, you would say it's
ditch with chairs.
Excellent. And finally, you come to the stadium mostly for...
super. Your input will be tallied with the others. Thank you very much for your time today.
I am curious what it's gonna be.
Psst, kid, come here. Concessions, come and get them. We got it all. T-shirts, hats, food, drink, illegal gambling, commemorative foam fingers. You there. What can I get for you today?
Did you say illegal gambling?
I sure did. You interested?
I'm 12.
Hey, it's illegal anyways. What's the difference? You want to bet on who's going to win the big game?
I can't be any worse at this than my dad, so sure, why not?
Here are the teams at play, kiddo. Which one do you want to hear about? The home team hasn't been doing too well at home lately. A lot of people are still angry at him after that game with the foul and the points got reinstated. They're more of an away team, but they're a shoo-in to win today. If the other team didn't have that ringer Saruna Goodfoot playing for them. You sure you want to bet on them? How much you looking to gamble?
I know, that's why I did that. He said a $5.
All right, kid. Your bet is in. Good luck.
Let's watch some Goblin Ball.
After one of the most chaotic third quarters I've ever seen, complete with the rare capture of the Golden Mongoose, this is still anybody's game. But look, Kaladar star player Saruna Goodfoot has taken possession of the wagon wheel. My producer is just telling me she isn't wearing her signature lucky second sweatband. Well, that's weird. She's running, and she hurls the wagon wheel, and it misses the flaming gates by a long shot. What an upset. That's the game, folks. A stunning victory for the hometown heroes. What a great day of Goblin Ball.
Lucky guess, kid. Come back next time for all your illegal gambling needs. Just ask for Fredo.
It wasn't a lucky guess. Oh, how'd you get in?
I did it. I quit my job as lackey to that awful man. And when I mentioned it to someone at the bus stop, they gave me a sock. And I have no idea why. Just one sock, not even the pair. What am I supposed to do with one sock? Oh, I made a terrible mistake.
If it isn't my little gate guard friend. Of all the taverns and all the towns and all the world.
Yeah. Hello again, Mr. Dwarf.
This jukebox doesn't work.
Yeah, it's been broken for ages.
Looks like the cables have been chewed right through.
Must have been the rats.
Yuck. Rats?
She ain't a classic beauty.
You can say that again. Anyway, I can fix that for you.
That would be wonderful.
For a price.
Crap. Okay, how much are we talking about here?
15 gold should do it.
All right, it's a deal.
Beauty. See, that's the wonderful thing about knowing how to fix things. Never goes out of style. Not like those bloody mages.
How long is this gonna take?
Listen, lady. Patience is a virtue. There you go. That should give the old girl a few more years.
Thanks, Mr. Dwarf.
Don't mention it. Now, leave me to enjoy my ale.
Now that's better.
That's cool.
Thanks again for getting the jukebox working.
Yeah, Dobby is free.
Well, if it isn't my favorite pint-sized Lil Guardsman Lil. You just missed the guards from down at the East Gate. They almost cleaned me out, but I promise I saved a few goodies just in case you happened by. Gee, thanks. Take a look.
I should be good.
I think I've done everything I need to do, but are you sure you're ready to hit the hay?
Not ready yet. Let's see if there was anywhere else I could go.
I don't really have anywhere to be.
Okay, so let's hit the hay.
I think I've done everything
Hit the hay. No, it says... Not yet. It doesn't... Upon entering the sprawl, Prince Phineas presented himself to the court. Upon entering the sprawl, Prince Phineas presented himself at court to the princess, but because you didn't lend him a $5, he was not able to double it in a game of beer pong at the Basilisk Club, which he could have then tripled participating in the Leaky Downspouts arm wrestling tournament. Maybe it's for the best. The Dwarven Tinkerer left his interaction with Lil the Guardsman with a spring in his step. The connection you made in a time of increasing intolerance towards non-humes made him think that perhaps the rumors of bigotry in the sprawl had been greatly exaggerated. Unfortunately, just before heading up to bed at his room at the inn, he took in the night air and chanced upon a group of young men leaving the social club for the Son of Nobles clubhouse. They were able to overpower him and stuff him into the garbage can. He was found the next morning without his recently discovered faith in humanity. That sucks. The Duchess of Scarborough, her valet, and entourage made it to St. Euphigenia's just in time for the solemn event of Sprankle's funeral. There was not a dry eye in the house, nor a dry crotch when it came to the cats in attendance who commemorated the event by cleaning themselves through the Duchess's moving elegy. The smuggler was apprehended and promptly sent to the dungeon. Unfortunately, he escaped sometime between midnight and 2 a.m. with the help of a mysterious contact on the inside, whose office happened to be just down the hall from a particular cell. After the Goblin Ball game, Saruna had to face the scorn of her disappointed coach and teammates, but only for about 30 seconds, as she was the only troll on the team and dwarfed the other players, who are all rightly terrified of her. She went to practice the next day, inspired to live up to her personal best, even without her lucky second sweatband. The fake praetor you very wisely turned away took this stick on the road and was eventually picked up by Marva authorities for impersonating their beloved praetor. She was later sentenced to perform in the next ballet, lovingly called the Nutcracker. Because she was admitted at the gate without any hindrance whatsoever, the praetor had a few extra minutes on her hands before she needed to present herself at the palace. She had just the best time. She met a good dog who she patted. She kicked a football around with a couple of only slightly filthy ragamuffins on the Westphalian green. She made a slightly clean cut as she dismembered the left arm of a mugger who attempted to take her coin purse. All in all, it was one of the most relaxing afternoons in recent memory for her, and she was refreshed and rejuvenated by the time she made it to court, where she dazzled those in attendance.
For all your hard-hitting, high-octane extreme sports highlights and recaps, you're listening to the #1 sports station in the sprawl. Now here's Gabbin' 'Bout Goblin Ball with your hosts Rhonda and Peg.
Oh, Rhonda, what about the outcome of last night's game, the Brawlers and the Lightning?
Oh, Peg, you don't want to get me started on that.
But I do.
First, the big news. They finally decided on the new name for the Goblin Ball Stadium.
After months of in-person and in-creature polling, the most popular name as voted by the Sprawl appears to be the Boring Ditch with cheers for overpriced food. I like it. I hate it.
We're split down the middle. Let us know what you think by calling the station at 555-21.
We interrupt this broadcast to bring you an urgent announcement. It has just been reported that Princess Desdemona, the sole heir of late King Oswin and sovereign successor to the throne, has been reported missing early this morning. In the wake of her mysterious disappearance, the Guard Corps and City Council are scrambling to maintain order over the city. All other radio programs have been canceled until further notice. I'm Manuel Mentiroso, waiting quietly by the microphone for any new information.
Whoa! Oh, no note today.
Whoa, someone's in a rush. Where are you headed to, my little rocket?
Sorry, sir, can't talk. Gotta go down to the guard shed to work for my... Wait a minute. Dad? What are you doing here? I thought you'd be running errands for Stryker or Malcolm or whoever. Do you have the day off?
I wish. Since Princess Desdemona went missing, Councilwoman Ash is really cracking the whip. She's got me pulling double duty, doing her little odd jobs and tasks. She's acting like she runs the place.
Then what are you doing here?
I missed you. I guess I just wanted to come check in.
Don't worry, nobody knows that your daughter is covering for you at work.
It's not about that. I mean, that's great and all, but are you holding up okay? Really? Are you sure? Because I could...
No, that's okay. I think I got it.
Even the times when you...
Yeah, those parts too.
Oh, okay.
You're just saying all this because the princess is missing and you're feeling all sentimental.
All right, I'll stop. I'm just happy to see you're here.
Not for long. I'm due down at the shed.
And I'm off to take down any goblin-friendly signage and pro-non-human literature across the sprawl. Not sure why, but then again, mine is not to ask, just to do as I'm told.
We are so alike in so many ways.
So long. See you at the tavern if I get off in time.
See you, Dad.
Aww.
Attention!
Oh God, is this it? Did I pull a real Randy and mess up so badly you had to come down here yourself and fire me?
Soldier, it's nothing like that. You did not pull a Randy.
Thank God.
I'm here to personally approve the upgrade of the Wicked 3000. With the princess missing and between you and me, the council's increased paranoia, the jail lever has been reinstated. You can get back in your chair now.
Another lever means more work for me. Does that mean I get a pay raise?
That's hilarious. Seriously funny stuff. No, but now instead of determining who should enter or be denied from the sprawl, you also must correctly identify criminal threats and jail them. Any questions?
Yes,
How will I figure out who to deny and who to jail?
Let's use a real-life example. Someone you've seen already. This criminal is best known for burning down orphanages full of sleeping children. What do you do? Good work, soldier. Just denying her would not protect the surrounding villages. And what's to stop her from going to the next gate and getting lucky with a guard like Randy?
True enough.
That's all I have to say about that. Any further questions?
Well, I've got you. Tell me a bit more about yourself.
Well, I grew up a military brat. My father was a general for the princess's grandfather, King Artemis. Wait, why am I telling you this?
I did like... It's gonna get fun. Right?
You received your briefing, now do your duty.
And just when I thought we were bonding.
Alright. Due to the sudden and unexplained absence of the princess, visitors should be thoroughly vetted and harassed. I mean, questioned. And don't be afraid to use that delicious new jail lever. The city's morale has hit an all-time low today. Anyone from the entertainment sector should be bumped to the front of the line. We are instituting a severe cutback of non-human entrance to the sprawl. Second-hand intelligence suggests that a goblin was behind the princess's disappearance. Therefore, we are issuing a blanket no goblins allowed policy this week. In fact, I'll pay 12 gold for every goblin I see in the dungeon by the end of your shift. Be on the lookout for would-be heroes and vigilantes wanting to offer their assistance in the search and rescue efforts for the princess. The High Council of the Sprawl have their own plan to ensure the princess's safe return. This princess thing, people are going nuts. Have you heard about that crazy no goblins allowed policy? Let's dial that back to a more comfortable one goblin allowed. At the very least, it'll bug Councilwoman Ash. I can't say I approve.
Hello there, my name is Buttface. I am a farmer from Firewall Canyon, a quaint little town just on the other side of the sprawl.
Oh my god!
I am coming into town today to sell produce I have grown with my own two hands from land that was left to me by my great goblin uncle in his will. His dying wish was that I restore the family farm to its former glory. At least, I think that is what it says. He did not have the best handwriting.
Sorry. Did you say your name was Buttface?
Yes, I did. It is certainly not what I would have chosen to fill it characters. I would have liked Spencer 1 or even Quincy Hart. But you cannot choose your own name, am I right? Gotta expand and sell my produce in new markets. The old farm has not been doing too well as of late. I am afraid I have put my priorities into other areas, like foraging and fishing. I am quite horrible at growing vegetables, but I am your goblin if you need someone to gather pine cones.
Maybe you can honor your great goblin uncle by becoming a really good forager.
I hope so, because I am not sure I am cut out for the farming life. Just look at this rice I grew.
That's not gonna sell.
No, you take it, I insist. No one would buy it from me anyway. Aside from farming, I often fill my time talking and giving gifts to the townsfolk and other strangers I meet. Like I did with you on the bag of rice. This helps me gain favor and friendships, with the eventual goal of falling in love and getting married. I have not been successful at it yet. I do not think anyone likes the gifts I have given them.
I actually kind of believe that.
I don't think you're gonna find a bride by giving out lame bags of rice.
Would you prefer a pine cone?
No.
I know. Ash wants to jail all goblins. I cannot, in good conscience, jail this poor guy.
On some days, I go on adventure in the caves. The caves that are filled with monsters and ghosts and bugs and bats and all sorts of scary things. I hate going in there, but everybody says it is necessary. I do not think it is necessary. I think it is terrifying. Please do not make me go in there again. You cannot make me.
I'm loving this 8-bit music!
If you don't want to go in there, don't. It's time you took control of your own destiny.
That is easy for you to say. You got to choose your name.
No, I didn't.
I'm not jailing him. Yeah, they did say. We're going to admit him.
Listen, I'm under strict rules not to let any goblins in today, but I think you're harmless enough. You may pass.
Well, thank you kindly. I will be on my way now. If I happen to stop by this way again, I will be sure to bring you some more crops from my farm. Free of charge. Well, no charge of money anyway. It might cost you a day or two. Everyone who eats my produce gets violently ill.
That sounds horrible.
It is. So on.
There was a clear no goblin rule, and you let this shitty farmer in, but maybe you were following your heart. I don't know. Do we redo it and say no?
Magic lovers of the sprawl, please put your hands together for the one, the only, the Edward, the great magician! Alakazoo, Alakazee! And I appear! Thank you, thank you! Wait a second, this doesn't look like a little kid's birthday party. Oh wait, there's one! Excuse me, are you Becky Schneiderman? Is this your birthday party?
I'm sitting in a hot shed all alone. Which, isn't actually as bad as some of the birthdays I've had.
Then I'm in the right spot. Can't believe I found my way here, especially without my glasses.
I will blame you. That is absolutely correct.
So, Becky the birthday girl, sit back, relax, and prepare to be amazed by me, the Edward the Great.
Wait, but I'm not... Actually, I want to see where this is going.
Now, for my first trick, please pick a number between 1 and 7. Was the number that you're thinking of the number 6?
It was! That's incredible!
No, Becky, it's the Great!
This has been great, Eddie, but I gotta come clean. I'm not Becky Schnauzenholder or whatever. My name is Lil, and this is a guard shed, and you haven't even made it into the city yet.
What? Oh, rats. Come on, the Edward, get it together. This is all because I couldn't see where I was trying to get to. Now I'm going to be super late for this kid's party.
I don't think Becky would mind if you showed up late, or not at all.
But then I won't get my 40 gold and slice of birthday cake.
Yo, trust me, I will probably play it a few more times, but I won't be doing it on stream. I'm only going to do one run on stream.
Ah, so you're interested in the metal rings. They're a part of the great linking and unlinking rings illusion. I'd show you the trick, but I can't seem to get them off my belt.
Okay. He seems harmless.
Ever since I pulled a bouquet of flowers from my parents' garden shop out of my sleeve, I knew I wanted to be a magician, and you're making this dream come true for me. Now, I just need to figure out how to get there without being able to read the street signs. Alakazoo, Alakazee, I'm going to be very late.
Poor guy. You know what? I bet you I could do a better job. I could use the X-ray instead of the... I didn't see you put jail. I'm sorry. Oh, we're gonna rewind, because I bet you... I could have used the X-ray to find his glasses.
Magic. And I appear. Thank you. Thank you. Wait a second. This...
I'm sitting in a hot shed all alone.
Then I'm in the right spot. So that's where Mr. Fluffy Bunny went. Guess I won't be getting the deposit back after all.
There's a pair of glasses in your boot.
My boot? My glasses! You helped me find them! Thank you, thank you, thank you, little girl!
Yeah, they did say pass any entertainer.
Tell you what, on your next birthday, I'll perform for free!
That's... Don't worry about it.
Ever since I pulled a bouquet of flowers from my...
We know
now
that.
I have my glass... Alakazoo, Alakazee! My magic career is saved!
There we go! Look at that! This magician had a booking to get to, and you could see that the sprawl needs joy at a time like this. And he could see because you found his glasses. Good work.
Hello!
Hi.
Hello! We would like to enter. I would like to enter the sprawl, please.
And you are...
Magnus the Magnificent, renowned member of the Mages Guild. Surely you have heard of me.
Yeah, no.
What business do you have in town today, Magnus?
At the Great Library, there is an incantation in Sir...
Bartholomew Inglebrook.
Bartholomew Inglebrook's third treatise on the...
Lunar implications.
Oh, I know.
Lunar implications for plant magic that becomes legible but twice a year. I must see it with my own eyes.
What the hell was that?
What was what?
You really struggled to get that out. I'm not convinced you know what you're talking about.
Well, you don't sound like you know what you're talking about either. Under this robe, which disguises us so completely as Magnus the Magnificent, We're just a couple of goblins trying to get into the sprawl.
What are you doing? Why are you saying this?
And maybe when we're in, see a couple other gobbos to talk about what's going on in this city for folks like us.
Did you get sprayed with something? Stop talking, you idiot!
What is this? What just happened?
I think I just foiled your brilliant disguise.
You got us. We're goblins through and through. We're meeting up with a couple other gobbos to talk about what's going on in this city for folks like us.
What does that mean?
The princess goes missing, and all of a sudden there's a no-goblin order in the sprawl? What's that about?
Maybe a goblin kidnapped the princess?
I'd like to see the proof of that.
Is that Drake? No, it's not Drake.
Needless to say, goblins are getting some especially unfair treatment all of a sudden, and there's this group called the Goblin Liberation Army that's putting down roots in the city.
Huh.
Don't tell her, we'll get in trouble.
It's okay, Gary. Look, kid, if you let us in, I'll give you the address and the password so you can come see for yourself tonight.
I had no idea this was happening in the sprawl. I'm glad you told me.
It's a rough go for a goblin in these parts, up against some powerful people, but you know what they say. It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog.
Mark Goblin Twain.
Do I want to jail them, or let them in? So I can get that information. I know it's up to me. You know what? We are gonna. That's what my gut says. And we're gonna go back and.
Alright, guys, I'll let you come in. Just don't go spreading it around. I could get in a lot of trouble for this.
Hey, that's really cool of you. You're a friend to us non-humans. If you want, come to the meeting at GLA headquarters. It'll really open your eyes to what's going on around here.
Maybe I will.
But on the other hand, but we're gonna do this, and we're going to deny him.
Hello there, my name is Buttface. I am coming into town today. His dying wish.
Sorry. Did you say you're...
Yes, yes. I would have liked spent.
Yes. That's part of the reason I'm doing it. Not that I want to, but...
Sorry, I'm under strict rules not to let in goblins today. Access denied.
This is an outrage. Where will I sell my low-quality crops now? Everyone in Fireball Canyon is sick of them. I do not eat them myself, they do not look the best. And everyone at home literally gets sick from them. Any chance I could bribe you with some kale and celery?
I think I'm better off without it.
Sorry, Great Goblin Uncle Jerry. Looks like the family farm will have to make way for another condominium.
I know that electric voice. There.
Magic lovers of the sprawl, please put your hands together for the one.
Oh, I have to go through this?
Wait a second, this doesn't...
I'm sitting in a...
Then I'm in the right...
Oh, I have to go through all this again.
So that's where Mr. Fluffy Bunny went. Guess I won't be getting the deposit back after all.
There's a pair of glasses in your boot.
My boot? My glasses! You helped me find them! Thank you, thank you, thank you, little girl! Tell you what, on your next birthday, I'll perform for free!
The Wheel of Pain.
That's... Don't worry about it.
Ever since I pulled a bouquet, and now that I have my alakazoo... Hello!
Hi.
Hello!
And you are...
Magnus the Mag...
I have to do this.
Under this robe, which disguises us so completely as Magnus the Magnificent, we're just a couple of goblins trying to get into the sprawl.
What are you doing? Why are you saying this?
And maybe when we're in, see a couple other gobbos to talk about what's going on in this city for folks like us.
Did you get sprayed with something? Stop talking, you idiot!
What is this? What just happened?
I think I just foiled your brilliant disguise.
You got us. We're goblins through and through. We're meeting up with a couple other gobbos to talk about what's going on in this city for folks like us.
What does that mean?
The princess goes missing, and all of a sudden there's a no-goblin order in the sprawl? What's that about?
Maybe a goblin kidnapped the princess?
I'd like to see the proof of that. Needless to say, goblins are getting some especially unfair treatment all of a sudden, and there's this group called the Goblin Liberation Army that's putting down roots in the city.
Don't tell her, we'll get in trouble.
It's okay, Gary. Look, kid, if you let us in, I'll give you the address and the password so you can come see for yourself tonight.
I had no idea this was happening in the sprawl. I'm glad you told me.
It's a rough go for a goblin in these parts, up against some powerful people, but you know what they say. It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog.
Yeah?
Mark Goblin Twain. Don't be like the rest of all those humans.
This is a tough one. Alright guys, I'll let you come in. Just don't go spreading it around. I could get in a lot of trouble for this.
Hey, that's really cool of you. You're a friend to us non-humans. If you want, come to the meeting at GLA headquarters. It'll really open your eyes to what's going on around here.
Maybe I will.
You ignored the writ by admitting 2 goblins in 1 turn, but on the other hand, you unlocked a new location. An important one to boot, I think.
Salutations to you, little sister of this big, beautiful world. My journeys across this land have brought me here to your doors. What a sweet fortune have in store for me today? That I do not know, but it's a hell of a ride, let me tell you.
That accent is gonna drive me crazy. Say anything about wizards.
Where have you journeyed here from?
He is, yeah.
You really want to know?
Yeah?
Oh, I've been around for a spell, always on the move. From the mountains north of Petrad, the great desert in the south of Marvog, along the crystal shores of Lake Inez, past the dread Castle Caladar and the quaint farmlands of Fireball Canyon. I've wandered through all of these many, many times, but for my money, there's no place like the sprawl. People everywhere you look leading their busy lives. Every once in a while, stop to take in how beautiful it all is. You can't buy that, little sister.
You seem like a very easygoing dude.
Yeah, I know. I saw it. We have that, you know, we're looking at putting that on the ballot this year.
Well, my little dudette, life's been pretty good to me. Not as if someone peed on my rug.
Is that a common expression?
It is where I come from. Word on the street is Princess Desdemona has disappeared. Some say kidnapped, some say run away.
I think she ran away.
Whatever did happen, it has truly bummed me out. I've got more to say if you've got the ears to listen.
Let's hear it.
Princess Desdemona is the living legacy of the great peace brought by her late father, King Oswin. And already the fires of war are being fanned on all sides.
Really?
Do you really think war is on the horizon?
Oh, yes. But then again, what do I know? Just an old wizard wandering from town to town looking for a little bit of joy to put in my pocket.
But everyone I've met seems so happy.
You remind me of a younger version of myself, little sister. Maybe cooler heads will prevail, but history doesn't have many examples of that. There's a lot of pressure to fill the void left by the death of King Oswin. Just keep your eyes open is all I'm saying.
Huh.
After King Oswin died, it didn't take long for would-be successors to start lining up. 3 in particular, a young headstrong counselor, a battle-hardened lieutenant in the Guard Corps, and the court jester, although I don't know if anyone took him seriously or not. These three have been battling for control of the sprawl for years now.
But what about the princess? She's next in line.
True, but at the time she was just a kid. Now she's grown, but I fear that these outside forces are using her as a pawn. I've got all the time in the world, kid. Back when I knew Ash, she was already bitter, jaded, and afraid of anything she didn't understand. A true protectionist, looking to keep everyone in their own little box. If she had her way, nothing would ever change or grow, and eventually we would all look, dress, and think exactly the same way.
That sounds about right. He is a green wizard. We are admitting him.
I'm a leaf in the wind, little sister, and you are a gentle breeze guiding me along my way.
And there it is. I've reached my limit with you.
Right you are. Hasta la vista, baby.
Based on his reaction, he seemed fine with your decision.
Lil, you've got to close down the shed for the day and come with me immediately.
What's happening?
By now you've heard that Princess Desdemona has disappeared, right?
Yes.
Good. Any other week the royal advisors might have given her a day or two before sounding the alarm. But with the mucky mucks from Petrard and Marvog in town, we have to get her back before things around here get any worse.
I hope nothing bad happened to her, but what does any of this have to do with me?
I asked my boss the same thing. In fact, I said, why the hell would they need that piece of... You know, that's not important now. Do what you have to do to close up shop here, and then you're coming downtown to the city council chambers with me.
The hell? Due to your good job performance, 3.25, you were paid 20 gold for this shift. Yeah, I know. They'll deal. Let's see.
Hello? Is anyone there? Can somebody tell me why I've been summoned?
Lilith, guardian of the southern gate, step forward into the light.
What is this? Who are you? Can somebody please tell me what exactly is going on here?
Lil, you have been chosen.
What?
To play the hit game that's sweeping the sprawl. That's right, it's time for... So you think you can save a princess?
What?
What the hell is going on?
That's right, Lil. Today you're getting the chance to send one of these lucky adventurers on the escapade of a lifetime to search for and rescue your beloved Princess Desdemona.
Why do I get to choose? Oh, good God.
I didn't ask to do this.
And let's find out who those lucky adventurers are. Adventurer number 1 is a hard-headed, go-getting warrior from the desert plains of the alluring Marvog Empire. Please welcome Neil Warkiller! Adventurer number 2 is a nomad by nature, mage by profession, who likes the rain and getting caught in a pina colada. It's Articulous Flamehands! And
finally, adventurer number 3. You might recognize this thief from their wanted poster. Wanted dead or alive for looking so darn good. Let's hear it for Perry Shoutson!
I still don't fully understand what's happening.
And no heroic voyager would be complete without a shadowy figure pulling the strings from the darkness. So let's welcome our sponsors, Lieutenant Stryker, Councilwoman Ash, and Court Jester Malcolm.
I'm rooting for you. Might makes right.
Focus and the day will be ours. Information is power.
Aim for the knees and bite, bite, bite!
Now, Lil, you're going to get the chance to ask these adventurers a series of questions to determine their suitability for this quest. At the end of the 3rd round, you choose the winner of the grand prize, being sent on a perilous mission to save the princess, a few guaranteed brushes with death, and a coupon for an all-you-can-eat dining experience at Monty's, home of the soup.
Dad does love Monty's. Let's do this.
Absolutely
Well, what would
crazy.
you like to ask our trio of intrepid would-be heroes?
What's your idea of a perfect rescue?
And who would you like to ask?
Yeah, I do.
Two words. Smoke bombs. Makes everything so much cooler. Best heists are ones where they don't even realize they are being robbed. Ocean's 11 style, baby!
You can ask another adventurer if you like.
It begins with me vaporizing a few low-level lackeys on the type. Then we build to a dramatic face-off with a superior villain. Lightning flashes, mythical beasts are summoned and dispatched, all the fireworks come out. I cast a transfiguration spell, turning our would-be kidnapper into a small cricket, or a mouse, or anything really. It just has to be small, so I can keep it with me as a reminder of my awesome powers.
And your second question is?
You are waylaid by bandits. What do you do?
And who's that one for?
Well, I haven't asked you anything yet.
How many bandits? 11? 12? Simple. I rip out the throat of the first, so the coward cannot warn their coward friends. Before the rest know what has hit them, I have. I pile the bodies of the dead fools high in the air and burn them as a warning to all others who would dare get in my way.
You can ask another adventurer if you like.
I like his face. Like,
Please, I know these people. I am these people. A few hundred words, a bit of pocket change, and now not only are they leading me to the princess, they promoted me to king of the bandits. Then we make camp for the night, steal the pocket change back, I never could let a bit of coin go, and make off in the night with the princess, leaving them as broke as they were at the start and without their glorious king of thieves.
That answer unearthed the full extent of your incompetence. I was ready to vow the child with mine.
Let's stick to the format, folks. There's a rich tradition we're preserving here. Please, wait your turn.
A warrior does not wait his or her turn. He or she acts.
All right, Neil, calm down now.
You are gaslighting me and the berserker spirits of my ancestors, Mike Melroy.
Uh-oh, looks like the warrior has entered the heightened state of berserker mode. Lil, which contestant do you think will be able to get us out of this dilly of a pickle?
I know! Yes, I am loving the voice acting. Honestly, I think he can sweet hook her.
Or you can try, but I'll be out of here. Smoke bomb.
Blood rage.
What?
Uh-oh, looks like the war. Lil, which contestant do you...
Well, we know it's not the rogue.
Neil, keep it together for just a few more seconds. Lil, what's your favorite animal?
Squirrel.
Neil, look at this little fella.
I feel the blood rage calming. I can't murder everyone present in front of something so small and perfect. I am calm.
Whew. I'm glad you didn't pick anything larger than a bread box. I'm not licensed for that.
Due to that unscheduled outburst, we are a little tight for time. Lil, do we squeeze in one more round, or are you feeling ready to choose?
I'm confused and tired, and I have to pee. Can we just get this over with already?
Uh-oh, you know what that means.
I have no idea what that means. This is so stupid.
You're stupid.
That sound means it's time for the lightning round. Lil, please choose the adventure that you'd like to see play the lightning round. All right, Articulus, are you ready for the lightning round?
I am. Most impressive. I felt that a little. Well deduced that I'm an elemental mage, Lil.
Yep, that wasn't a random lucky guess at all.
Uh-oh, you know what that sound means.
Oh God, not again.
That sound means we are out of time. All right, Lil, now's your moment of truth. Who do you want to choose to rescue Princess Desdemona?
You can choose these three up here too. Oh, I can ask them who. Although I have a feeling they're over top of their preferred choices.
The thieving arts might not be as sexy as a halberd or a fistful of magic missiles, but we have no idea what's befallen the princess. And my guy is your guy.
My adventurer stood up to lightning. Can the others do that? I'd like to see them try. Choose wisely. Choose my adventurer.
Don't overthink this. My hero is by far the strongest and the most experienced in battle. A natural choice to save our dear princess.
My only worry with the warrior is he did have to be calmed down by the mage. You know what? We're gonna go with the mage. The only problem I have with the rogue is he's a little unreliable. He just seems a little unreliable in my point, you know. I usually love rogues. Trust me, I play Several of them in D&D. But this guy just seems a little unreliable to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, humans and otherwise, the winner of So You Think You Can Save a Princess and proud owner of an all-you-can-eat dining experience at Monty's Home of the Soup is Articulous Flamehands, the Mage!
Aha! Wonderful child. Well chosen.
And that's all for us here today. Please help control the pet population. Have your gargoyle spayed or neutered. So long, everybody!
And then I had to choose who the heck was gonna rescue Princess Desdemona. It was the craziest thing. And don't even get me started on the lightning round.
You have the most vivid imagination, Lil.
Why doesn't anybody believe me about these things?
Salutations to you, little sister of this big, beautiful world. My journeys across this land have brought me here.
I know. We met. At the gate?
Whoa, I completely forgot. Gotta go easy on the Peace Blossom. Anywho, what did you want to talk about?
What do you know about Lieutenant Stryker?
Stryker has always lived in a world of black and white. There's good and evil and nothing in between. If you're good in Stryker's eyes, you get nothing. Left to fend for yourself, but free. But if you're bad, the hammer of the law is swift and brutal. Small offenses come attached to massive mandatory minimum punishments. You've heard of 3 strikes and you're out? As far as Stryker's concerned, it's 2 strikes. The strike you make and the strike she makes. Anything else you want to know about?
What do you know about Malcolm?
I have no idea what Malcolm's end goal is, and honestly, I don't think he knows either. I think if he had his way, there'd be no rules, no laws, no Lil Guardsman at the gate. Just let the whole place run itself. This dog-eat-dog mentality would work for some, and for others, things could get a whole lot worse. He doesn't care about people, doesn't care if they're good or bad. Our greatest strength is how we work together. Under Malcolm, we would never reach anything near our collective potential. Anything else you want to know about?
What do you know about King Oswin?
After King Oswin died, it didn't take long for would-be successors to start lining up. 3 in particular, a young, headstrong counselor, a battle-hardened...
Oh, I think we already heard this at the gate.
I don't know if anyone took him serious.
But what about the princess?
True.
Yeah, we heard this already.
Anything else you want to know?
Do you really think war is on the horizon?
Mark my words, little sister. The sulfur mines in Petrard have not been this busy in a generation, filling the air with smoke as they produce gunpowder and explosives. And the Marvog are sharpening their knives. How many ballets can there be? With a predator already established, this looks like training to me. Even here in the sprawl, the power vacuum of King Oswin's death has everyone jockeying for position, threatening the internal balance of the entire kingdom. But then again, what do I know? Just an old wizard wandering from town to town looking for a little bit of joy to put in my pocket. Anything else you want to know about?
Nope.
This hat, it is not as fantastic
I
as my
like that
previous
hat.
My journey, it continues.
Can't talk, Lil. Pretending to wipe the counter while I eavesdrop on the prince and the praetor over there.
Can't talk. Pretending to cook while I spy on that hunka fine piece of wizard over there.
How did you get in?
Is everything okay, Beverly?
No, Lil. No, everything is not okay, Beverly. My dear true love, Princess Desdemona...
Just to recap, this is the dear true love that you've never met, but one time you both happened to be at the Goblin Ball Stadium?
You phrased that so beautifully. Yes, that same she.
What about her, Bev?
When I'd heard she'd vanished, I tried to get on So You Think You Can Save a Princess, but none of the advisors wanted me as their champion.
Beverly, you're a janitor at the Goblin Ball Stadium.
Maybe you're right. Maybe a guy like me can't be the hero in my own life story. Mom always said I lacked that main character energy. Tell me what to do, Lil. Should I return to my job or go off to rescue my darling love?
What the hell? I say, go for it, Beverly. Risk it for the biscuit.
What biscuit?
It's a metaphorical biscuit. In this case, the biscuit is the princess.
And you think I should risk what exactly?
Risk your life, Beverly.
Without Princess Desdemona, my life has no meaning anyway.
I know, I do too.
That's so sad.
Aye, indeed. And thus I will be off to find my destiny. Thank you, Lil, for everything.
Don't mention it.
Pathetic, weak coward! You should do the honorable thing and let me kill you.
Oh, you would just love that, wouldn't you?
Yes, I would. It is my understanding that you have selected a self-involved, pretentious mage as your choice of adventurer.
Yes, that's right.
Oh, the princess is as good as doomed.
On behalf of the Marvog Empire, I must say you have made a terrible choice.
On behalf of the Kingdom of Petrard, I couldn't agree more. Mages are untrustworthy.
And pompous.
And smug.
And ugly.
Okay, I think we're losing the thread a little bit here. That smug, pompous mage is the right person for the job. My concern is the safe return of Princess Desdemona, not pleasing you. So put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Oh, why, I never. I won't forget this.
What he said.
To find a red door. She knocks, hears movements behind the door, and suddenly a slit opens and she sees a pair of glowing yellow eyes peering out at her.
Were you followed? What's the password?
I don't know.
Get out of here, kid. Go home.
Wait a minute. I think I've got it here somewhere. Viva la Gobolution.
Come on in.
Don't even get me started. Who do they think built this city up into the sprawling metropolis they get to enjoy today? Because it sure as hell wasn't humans. Did humans haul the stone that became our roads and buildings? No! Troll labor did that. Did humans dig the intricate system of subterranean tunnels that became the world's greatest sewer system, getting our piss and shit off the streets? No! Our mole brothers and sisters did that! The late King Oswin was a man full of empty promises. He vowed to end the persecution and oppression of all goblins, dwarves, kobolds, vampires, you name it. But last time I checked, I'm still treated like a second-class citizen.
I really don't know.
The day of the royal wedding approaches, and the powers that be are sitting fat, but they are blind. Hear my words, people. That day will be their undoing. That day will be their reckoning. A change is coming on that wedding day. Will you RSVP for the revolution? Go home, everybody, and keep your eyes and ears open for what happens next. I invite my inner circle to join me downstairs. Light refreshments will not be served, as Carl forgot it was his week to bring orange slices.
How's it going, Gobbos?
You came! You owe me $5, Gary.
It's worth it. Did you hear him? Isn't he amazing? What did you think?
He seems really intense.
Are you kidding? Weren't you listening? Look, you're lucky his slide projector broke down. The audio visuals make it even more horrifying.
So, is something really gonna happen on Princess Desdemona's wedding day? Like an attack?
Who knows? The leader and his inner circle keep their cards pretty close to their chest. But whatever it is, it's gonna be a real game changer.
Well, I'm just glad I'm not invited.
Just keep your ears peeled and your eyes to the ground. You'll get your chance to be on the right side of history. You'll see.
I hope so. See you around, fellas.
Viva la Gobbolucion!
I think I've done everything I need to do.
Dangerous. Upon returning to his sad little farm, Buttface the Goblin checked his calendar for any upcoming social events. What luck! The annual luau was just 3 weeks away. Not only would this be an opportunity to enter his produce into the luau's gumbo competition, but it would also be a chance for him to find a friend, and maybe even love. Buttface worked hard for those 3 weeks, tilling the soil, planting his seeds, using illegal growth-enhancing fertilizer, and delicately watering each sprout to ensure a hasty harvest. When the big day came, he was the first in line to add his grotesquely large, mold-riddled radish to the gumbo pot. And who should be judging this year's competition but the Baron of Fire Canyon himself? What an honor. As the Baron laid on the ground, stomach being torn apart by the goblin's gumbo, Buttface was the only one to hear his last words. He felt, "The gumbo, it's poisoned. It's the worst pain I've ever felt. I just want to die. Please, tell my wife that I love her, and do not try the gumbo." What luck! The Baroness is newly single. Maybe there's love in the cards for old Buttface after all. Edward the Great eventually arrived at Becky Schneiderton's birthday celebration. He hit the ground running with his tried and tested routine. He opened with the pick a card and moved into the is that your handkerchief, and ended strong with the classic how many eggs do you have in your pocket trick. Unfortunately, none of these impressed any of the preteen partygoers, which the Edward could clearly see now that he had his glasses. After his performance, the Edward enjoyed a piece of vanilla cake with the awkwardly awaited for Mr. Schneiderman to settle his payment. With the check in his pocket, Edward went straight to his parents' garden shop to boast of his success. Unfortunately, Edward's parent didn't consider a check for 37 gold, 40 before deducting the price of a piece of vanilla cake, to be much of a success. They were very disappointed with their son's career choice, which the Edward could clearly see because of his glasses. Gary and Julian were pumped to see you at the rally. They boasted to all their friends that they not only convinced the small human to let them in, but they even got her to attend a Goblin Liberation Army rally. After you left, the GLA's leader pulled Gary and Julian aside to personally thank them for helping to bridge the gap between groups. This meant a lot to Julian, whose belief in the cause burned bright and hot. Gary, however, couldn't quite let go of his daydream of a world where he actually was a powerful mage, not just a goblin pretending to be one. Sure, he could still support the efforts of the GLA, but he could do it while making fireworks appear from his fingertips, or while conjuring miniature unicorns to delight and entertain his pals. What started as a simple 2 goblins in a trench coat grift woke something up for Goblin Gary. From this day on, he would begin his quest to become a wizard. Now all he needed was a robe, a scar, and a depressing orphan backstory. After stopping in at the Twisted Sister for a glass of his tipple of choice, Echo proceeded to head down to Pinhead's, the local bowling club in the sprawl where his team was playing for league night. Thanks to the calming effects of his particularly potent Peace Blossom, he was unstoppable, bowling a perfect 300. His team went on to win the league, and a commemorative photo was put up in the wall of Pinhead's to celebrate Echo's perfect game. Having lost So You Think You Can Save a Princess, Neil Warkiller fell into a barbarian depression and left the sprawl. After a week of sulkily trudging across the countryside, Neil discovered a quaint farmers market populated by elderly locals. Lending a hand here and there with the various farmers selling their produce, the once fierce fighter found employment, and ultimately peace, with a flower vendor. After winning the So You Can Save a Princess, Articulous Flamehands wasted no time getting straight to work. He conjured a small army of moles and other small creatures and sent them off in every direction to seek out the princess's location. Unfortunately, and almost immediately, the mighty mini-mammal militia was almost entirely decimated by falcons, eagles, and other large predators. Depressed by the mass rodent deaths he was indirectly responsible for, the disheartened mage returned to his tower. He was out of ideas. He'd give it a day or two, then report that he was unable to locate the lost princess due to entangled cosmic forces blocking his ethereal aura, or some other nonsense. Having lost So You Think You Can Save a Princess, Perry Shoutson found his way to his favorite tavern in the Little Ogre Quarter. After one too many delicious margaritas, Perry got sloppy trying to pickpocket the bartender and was lifted off of the ground by the bouncer. Mistaking some bar snacks for one of his patented smoke bombs, the inebriated thief dramatically threw down a handful of mixed nuts and then ran headfirst into a pillar. Everyone in the bar laughed at him, and Perry could have died from embarrassment if he hadn't already died from the severe blunt force trauma to the head.
Lil, rise and shine.
What, Dad? You rise, you shine. I'll take 5 more minutes.
It's time to get up.
Shouldn't you be down at the guard shed? And shouldn't I be heading down to cover for you?
Do you want the good news or the bad news? We have to work the night shift tonight.
I'm going back to bed.
No, you're getting out of this house and taking some time to yourself today.
Why do we have to work the night shift?
Good news or bad news? Apparently you didn't pick the right person's champion for the rescue mission, whatever that means, and they're punishing you for it. And I won't be able to cover for you, because I'm also working the night shift at the East Gate.
Okay, and what's the good news?
There isn't any. I guess it was just bad news this time.
Who's punishing you?
No one. I work the night shift a couple times a week to help us get by.
Oh, Dad, I didn't know that.
So, I guess you could say the economy is punishing me. That and inflation. If taxes keep going up, I might have to get a third job so we can keep affording things like your little doohickey here.
Wait, don't touch that!
Whoa! What just happened?
Do you want the good news or the bad news? Both are. I don't know. Do you feel okay?
I feel fine, sweetie. No need to look all blurry about it. Now you get out of here and enjoy your day off. But don't enjoy it too much. You have to work all night, remember?
Okay, I'm going. Just try not to operate any heavy machinery until I get back. I should probably check in with Dr. B and make sure my dad isn't radioactive.
Now you get out of here and enjoy your day off. But don't enjoy it too much. You have to work all night, remember?
Alright.
I'm not going anywhere without my chronometer 3000.
I didn't know I actually had to pick that up. Never had to pick it up before, so maybe. The fuck?
Oh, God. The rat problem is even worse than I thought. We eat all of our meals here.
This hat, it is not as fantastic.
Yeah, no, we know. It's not as fantastic as...
I think I can hear my friends out back. I want to go play.
Right?
Isla, Simon, Lamont. How's it going, guys?
Hey, if it isn't Little Miss, I haven't been around for a while. Where you been all this time?
Not around. I got what every kid fears they'll get one day. Chickenpox? Worse than that, Simon. I got a job. What are you up to?
Well, you just missed the rock throwing portion of our morning. Sadly, we chucked the last rock in the alley over the fence. Next, well...
We were thinking of seeing if we could get our mitts on some of the cool stuff that Garby guys got over there. They look like magical toys, basically.
I have to use a bunch of those for my job, and even though they look like a barrel of laughs, they're serious business.
Come on, Lil. For some reason, the world is basically treating you like you're old. Work your magic and score us some sweet loot.
I'm not sure if it's a good idea, but I'll talk to Garbanzo over there and see.
Most of these criminals are part of the notorious Hilltop Gang. Bunch of dorks.
Hi, Lil. Sorry, I'm not quite ready to open up the shop yet. I can't seem to find my inventory key. What are you doing up so early?
working the graveyard shift tonight. So, I'm finally available to see some of my friends who have responsible parents and reasonable bedtimes.
People like those small hooligans over there?
Those aren't small hooligans, they're my friends. And I was actually coming to talk to you about letting us borrow a couple of items.
I stand by my statement, and we can talk about loaning you some merchandise later. But first, I've lost the key to my inventory, and I think one of them might have stolen it. Maybe you could talk to them for me. Work your little guardsman magic and see what you could do to get it back.
On it.
Hooligans, huh?
Alright guys, time to confess. Which one of you took poor Garby's inventory key?
Wasn't me.
I don't know. I ain't saying nothing.
So that's the way it's gonna be, is it? Listen, I need that key to upgrade tools and buy more power crystals, so one of you is gonna tell me who's responsible.
Are you a lawyer all of a sudden?
Nope, but I'm a guardsman. I hope you got your story straight, cause I really don't want to go down to the guard shed and get my metal detector. So tell me, which one of you took Garby's key?
Right?
It was Simon.
Between you and me, I saw Lamont poking his big, dumb, handsome nose that sits in the middle of his gorgeous face all around that booth. It was probably him. Oh, he's such a bad boy, but also...
I've never brought this up to the group before, but I think Isla is a kleptomaniac. I always see her taking things out of Lamont's backpack when he's not looking. But also, I could make up my mind now, or dig a little deeper.
I know it wasn't me. I'm in a bit of a two-strike situation with my parents, and I'll be sent to the National Ballet School in Marvog if I get in trouble again.
Holy shit!
But I'm telling you, Lamont got here first, and I saw him rooting around Garby's shop.
Okay, maybe Isla isn't a klepto, but she did go through his bag just before you got here. Maybe she's got a good reason to be going through his stuff. I got here third, so I didn't see anything.
I said it before, I'll say it again. It was Isla.
That's not what you said before. You said Simon first.
So, did you figure out who took my key?
I hate to be a narc, but I think it was... I'm pretty sure Isla did it. She's the little girl with the glasses.
Thanks, Lil. I'll be right back. Hey, you! Little girl with a bad haircut. Stay right where you are.
Garby isn't smart or strong or fast. By the time he reached Lil's hooligan friends, they'd run off. No key in sight.
Ugh. They ran off. Probably with my key. Thankfully, I've got this heavy metal rod back here, and if you give me just a minute, I'll bash the damn thing open. Ugh. This is not how I planned to start my day. Anyway, what can I get you?
I have 4 of them. Let's go ahead and get 1. That ensures I have enough for the day. Damn it. Of course they ran off. I love the name of that now. Why? I have convened a meeting at the Mages Guild. The dig site is closed for the day.
Well, that's just great. What am I supposed to do now? I guess I could go back in time to when she was here.
Oh! Your reckless use of the chronometer 3000 triggered a catastrophic rift in space time continuum. You died.
Well, that's just great. What am I supposed...
I better not.
But Dr. B did say I could only use it at the guard shed. Maybe that's why it's on the fritz? I better just get to my shift before this thing explodes.
Okay, and with that, we saw what happened, so we're going to... Pretty much. I didn't see a way to save it, though. I guess if we have to do a little of that before, then I guess we'll have to. Alrighty, guys. I have had fun. I hope you have too. We'll be doing this again next Monday. Well, let's see here. Let's see, who we raiding? I'm sorry, I'm looking for someone to raid. Do, 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 do. And I cannot see chat at the moment, so I do apologize if you are telling me who to raid. I cannot see you. Sorry. Okay, yeah, we can do her. Copy. Yeah, absolutely. We can raid them. Let's see. Yeah, I put in raid. Says 5 viewers are ready to raid.